vision has come to life. The opening of OBL, One's Basketball League. What's up, boy?
Let's give an opportunity.
No doubt. That's what I'm here for.
This platform is the foundation of basketball.
In the one-on-one game, you got to be mentally tough.
It's heart. It's dedication.
First of all, congratulations for being part of this. Let's get it on, man. It's $250,000 on the line.
You have to seize the moment. Opportunities come once in a lifetime.
I just really believe it. You know what I mean? Like, my life is going to change.
There's a lot of untapped talent out here. That's why I built this league. I mean, I want to tell their story.
Playing ball everywhere possible. Just waiting on the right opportunity to get myself in a better position.
Keep it clean and show me what you got, because I'm going to be in the building. My dream is for OBL to go global. So that's where we headed.
May the best man win. I can't wait.
Welcome to the OBL. You better bring your A game.
You got your influencers.
This is what I'm here to do. I come to cities, I take them over, everybody knows that.
It's entertainment for them.
0-3? Yeah. Okay, I'm predicting 0-4. Okay. I know there's gonna be some other YouTubers in the gym, but my test is to go against people that are pro.
Then you got your real hoopers don't care about no following on social media.
I'm 5-0. I go 7-0 on one.
I'm excited to be a part of the OBL, man. You know, I played in other countries, but this is definitely a big deal because at the end of the day, I'm here to be the last man standing.
In this journey to the championship, the #1 guy will get $10,000 for winning that region. The top 3 guys from each city is gonna get the invite to Vegas to win $250,000.
It's a big opportunity to get my name out there, to have people see my game.
It's everything I thought it was gonna be.
Whoever fights, say bye-bye.
A bunch of dog fights, guys scratching and clawing, get to the top, man.
You open that door, I'm coming through.
These are real people with real money on the line.
10 grand is in the air.
Bigger than that is the exposure that you can gain from this.
I'm the type of guy you want in this league.
It's about allowing them to tell the world who they are.
All game. Thank you, T-Mac.
This is the opportunity I needed just to show what I got. At the same time, it's still not over yet. It's just the first step.
This is hers.
By the time we reach Vegas, I think everybody is going to catch on. This is going to be the hottest thing that you'll ever see in your city.
I see y'all in Vegas.
Because we coming.
Welcome to the Dollar Loan Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is day 2, the finals of championship week for the OBL. This One's Basketball League traveled around the country, making 6 stops in Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, DMV, and LA. They brought the top 3 guys from each city here to Vegas. Now only 8 players remain, and by the end of the night, the ruler of the court will be crowned, and he will take home $250,000. Welcome inside the arena. I'm KJ Wright. This is the one and only Ty Carter. Ty,
Ooh, don't hype me up like that.
You can feel the excitement in here already.
Yes, I'm super excited. I'm not even playing, and I could barely sleep last night. That's the magnitude of how much is on the line today. $250K, one guy's life is going to be changed.
Yeah, and we talked to the guys before, and we said, you know, what are you going to do with that money? A lot of different answers, but either way, it's going to change them. It's going to change their family. It'll change their communities, and that's the important part of this entire thing. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this OBL in case, I don't know what you were doing yesterday, but you missed the broadcast yesterday. Let's get into some of how this one-on-one basketball works, Ty. It's 10-minute games. It is 12-second shot clocks. Scores are 1s and 2s. And you can see here where everyone else is standing. So our first game today is going to be Randy Gill and Yoshi Craig. And oh man, what can we say about these 2 guys yesterday that, you know, can catch people up on this first quarterfinals game?
Okay, one word to describe White Chocolate is exciting. Pure entertainment, but he's about his business. He knocks off the overall #1 seed, Isaiah Brown, to get to this point. And then when you talk about Yoshi Craig, he's just a straight out baller. He's the #8 seed. So White Chocolate once again goes into this game as the underdog.
There we go. Looking over on the right side, it's John Jordan and Zach Rads. We got that one. Coming up there is Darian Davis. Scoob is up next. Zach Rads and John Jordan are the 8 guys left ready to go in this one. So let's take a look at some of the exciting action from yesterday's tournament.
Give me one word to describe the type of atmosphere.
Know that. Intense. Welcome into the Dollar Loan Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the Ones Basketball Championship weekend as we get set to crown the ruler of the court, who will take home $250,000.
I manifested that. I'm gonna be sitting in that chair right there. I'm gonna take my shoes off when I walk up the red carpet.
These are the thinkers of the game. Every little step and movement that you make truly does matter.
6 cities, it's Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, DMV, and then of course, LA. It is games like that that is the vision of what this OBL tournament is. It is what T-Mac wanted when he said, you know what, let's make this one-on-one basketball league. He knows that that was a huge win.
It's been a battle from the beginning for you, but you're here, you're playing against our undefeated player. How you feeling?
See you later, homie. Move on.
This is what it all comes down to. The elite of the elite. We got the pros pro, John Jordan, repping H-Town. The silent assassin, Darian Davis from the NYC. Mario Smith has been breaking ankles all season long. What about Uncle Scoot, who believes he's destined for greatness? And the underdog, Zach Rads, has gained everyone's respect. The great OG of the game, White Chocolate, has shook up the world. George Beeman is one of New York's finest and took the OBL outside. Yoshi Craig defines the grit and grind of Chicago, the Chi-Town. It's all heart, it's all hustle, it's all love. Who will be the ruler of the OBL?
Ty, Tracy McGrady started this league to find that untapped talent around America, to put these guys in a league where they can have exposure, they can make some money, they can potentially, if they haven't played professionally, they can look at professional. And we see this league, there is a 21-year-old yesterday, a 44-year-old still in it today, guys who have played college, guys who haven't played college. And this is exactly the stage that Tracy McGrady has set for these guys. He's sitting here courtside once again.
Well, you can already see what Tracy McGrady has done. He is making a change, not just here in Las Vegas, but around the globe. A lot of guys have expressed their gratitude towards being able to have this opportunity here on this big stage. And beyond the money, they've been able to build camaraderie with the guys that they've been able to meet as they've traveled from city to city. So we have a great turnout in the crowd today. I know this is just what T-Mac envisioned for his league, so I know he's over there sitting proud.
And we've talked about this before, Ty, that it's one-on-one league. It's exactly what T-Mac would have been so great at. You know, he's been an all-star. He's an NBA, 2 scoring titles. He's a Hall of Famer. But he was a hell of a one-on-one guy.
Don't even get me started on T-Mac. I grew up watching him. For perspective, I'm 26 years old. My father had me watching T-Mac all the way when I was younger to now. So to see him have this great league, man, is something awesome to be a part of. And I know, once again, he's super proud.
Yeah, as he should be, as he should be. Now, we are just minutes away from the first game here in the Dollar Loan Center. I could cut the tension of tonight. And the guys are so intense. They were warming up a few minutes ago, and they were all so locked in, knowing what is on the line. And hey, if you're watching from the live stream right now, you know after the first 4 games, these round-robin games to try and get stuff going on into the playoffs, we got a performance by Busta Rhymes.
Hey, I'm ready for Busta. I've never seen him in person before, so that's going to be some exciting stuff. But let's look at the schedule. Let's look at the different stops that had to happen so we can determine who will be on that throne later on tonight.
There we go. You're seeing the winners right now from each of those stops. So we do have guys, you know, like Darian Davis. He came in 3rd in New York, so a huge upsets. And that was Isaiah Brown, who took New York, went undefeated the entire time, and got knocked out by a guy that we're going to see in this first game tonight.
Well, it just shows it's anybody's game and they can win. You have to be on top of it in this one-on-one setting.
All right, let's take a look at those stops because it has been such an exciting whole kind of league, tournament, everything from the 6 stops all the way. What got them here to Las Vegas, Nevada? Let's take a look.
King of the court, man.
Atlanta, all the way back, man. Let's go. Yee!
I see y'all in Vegas.
Chicago, show up, show out. OBL is in New York City. We're in Brooklyn right now.
This is hers. I ain't doing for nothing else.
This is DMV. Some real hoopers came out of here.
I'm destined for it. Hey, T-Mac, I need 250 now, man.
That's the road that led these 8 guys to Las Vegas. We've still got a few of the winners. We've got the winner from LA and Chicago, the winner from the DMV and Houston, and then we've got a couple guys. 2nd place for Chicago. We got 3rd place New York and a 3rd place, or a 2nd place, excuse me, from New York. So New York is repping out here. We got 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, I mean, New York is home to tons of ballers, street ball legends, anyone you can think of. A lot of hoop culture comes from that NYC area.
And then the lone guy, Uncle Scoob, coming from DMV. That's your hometown.
Hey, gotta represent. I already know Uncle Scoob is about to put on. I'm excited for him, and he told us what he would do with that money, some great things. He wants to open up a community center and give back, and he described he wants to do that just like T-Mac has given back to the guys who are here in Vegas.
And I already know you want to give a shout out to your guy, Zach Rads.
Oh yeah, I was like, whoo! Yes, Zach Rads, Sacred Heart University, of course. Again, I spoke to his character yesterday. He's an all-around great guy, but an even better hooper, if you will. So super excited for everyone who's participating in this top 8. It is a huge deal that they made it here.
All right, let's set the scene right now with the schedule of today. Games will start. Game 1 is going to start in just a few minutes. We have the first 4 games. It is single elimination. You lose, you are out. And then the semifinals will start just before 10 o'clock with the winners of game 1 and 2. Right after that, the winners of game 3 or 4. And then at 10:45, it is the championship game tonight. The winner of the championship game is crowned the ruler of the court, gets to get on that throne that we've seen up there on the stage, and he'll be holding $250,000.
I get chills every time you say $250,000 because that is life-changing money, and I already know the guys are ready to get out there and get it going. They've been waiting around sort of all day to be playing, so I know their minds are right and in the place that it's supposed to be to get ready for this competition.
Yeah, and Ty, you talked to some of these guys before, and some of the guys, someone like John Jordan, who did have to wait around all day to get his game going as one of the top seeds in yesterday's tournament. What's it like, kind of, what did they say? What did they mention about you know, staying warm, staying ready, keeping locked in all day long?
Well, he said as a top seed, when you sit around a little bit, your mind kind of wanders places, so he was able to warm up, but then you get cold again, right? So he was like, I had to let some time go by and get back out there and get some shots up. It's not an easy thing to do when you're one of those later games, and now today, he's kind of in, a similar situation somewhat where he's going to be playing that 9:08 p.m. game, so it's going to be a waiting game a little bit again for some of the guys out there, but nonetheless, when it's money on the line, when you're a hooper, you just got to stay ready.
Yeah, let's recap one of the biggest storylines of yesterday too, while we're getting set for game 1 that does have Randy Gill. Isaiah Brown came into yesterday the only undefeated player. He was ranked #1. Randy Gill ranked 17th, won his first game, moved on to the second game against Isaiah Brown. Could have been down and out. He could have been.
Yep.
And I don't want to say dominated because I don't think it was a domination. He came back up, but oh my gosh, did he surprise everyone.
He did, because Randy Gill, he plays this game, White Chocolate, where he falls behind a little bit, but that perseverance, he starts putting that strategy into play. He started fouling Leaky Roof a little bit, and then next thing you know, he crept up and he became the winner. But he's been playing for money for over 2 decades now. Oldest player here at 44 years old, so he already knew what was up with that.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the strategy that comes with the fouls as well, because we mentioned some of the rules before, but a foul after 4 gets you to the foul line. That counts as much as a bucket. You got to get 2 if it's game point, but we've seen players use a lot of different strategies in terms of not fouling or fouling a lot right at the beginning.
Well, I would say that a lot of the players were fouling a lot in the beginning because they know by the time the free throw shooting comes into play, guys are tired, they're worn down. So are you going to be mentally locked in to make that one free throw? And then we saw in that last game when White Chocolate did that against Leaky, he wasn't prepared, he wasn't ready, his mind was tired. So that's one of the strategies that we saw with that free throw shooting.
The stage is set. We are minutes away from game one. And there is 7 games that start right now. And at the end of this 7 games, a winner will be determined. And they're going home with $250,000.
I think I have to keep reiterating it. I am super excited for the games to be started. So I'm excited for this first matchup, so to speak, because we've seen different age groups play against each other. White Chocolate, 44 years old. Yoshi Craig, he's just 28 years old from Chicago. But will age play a factor at all? White Chocolate, I'm thinking about, first of all, for him, he's a little bit older. How is his body feeling today? Is he going to be out there ready to go? And then on the other hand, for Yoshi Craig, he's another guy who was the number 8 seed, and he comes into this and had to play 2 as well. So we're seeing their records in the matchup right here, where Yoshi Craig was 8-2, Randy Gill 7-3. Again, I'm going to put it out there. The score is 0-0. When you come in here, you got to be ready to get all dubs.
There's Randy Gill, White Chocolate. I think another thing about this matchup that we saw didn't happen quite a lot yesterday is that these guys are 1 inch apart, 6'1", 6'2". They both weigh 185 pounds. So it does change the strategy a lot of what these guys are going to be doing, because they went up against bigger guys, they went up against smaller guys yesterday, and so this is going to be an interesting one. Yoshi Craig came in this one up against Andrew Washington, and that was a bigger guy.
Yeah, absolutely, and he was able to hold his ground, so I think it works out that way when you're able to hold it down on the fort. And another guy who kind of used that fouling strategy at times when he wasn't able to sustain and hold his ground on the inside.
We're gonna get a look at all 8 guys right now. One of these guys, I feel like I've said it, one of these guys that you are seeing on the court right now will go home with $250,000.
And look at them, they look real focused and locked in. You know, they're coming out the tunnel doing their little thing, but everybody, it's no smiles on their faces out there. Everybody is super focused and thinking about the odds on that prize.
This is intense. Of course, Scoop comes out with a smile.
Exactly.
Scoop comes out with a smile.
He can light up an entire room the way that he goes. He came up to me before the game. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to be walking and sitting on that throne by the end of the night. So y'all be looking out for Uncle Scoop.
Yeah, I mean, White Chocolate came out of the tunnel, already put a crown on his head, so he's got something to say.
White Chocolate, I don't think he's never not going to have anything to say.
There we go. They're getting into it. JJ wants nothing to do with the dancing. Uncle Scoops. Everyone prepares for basketball games differently. Like, we both played college ball, and I know that you and I probably had different ways to prepare for games, and you can see the difference between these guys. You can see the personalities already starting to come out, and it's, I mean, before games even begin.
Yeah, I think I was given more of like a Zach Raz type of vibe. You see his face right now, no smiling or anything like that. Yeah, I used to be like that.
I was probably a little more like Uncle Scoop.
Happy, bright, ready to go. I was like, nah, I don't want to listen to music or nothing. I'm locked.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, while the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner
Make some noise for Patrice Patway!
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, He's nervous, but on the surface, drop off when he keeps down the whole alley opens his everybody's talking now.
All right, Ty. The stage is set. T-Mac is ready, the creator of this Ones Basketball League, ready to showcase exactly why he started this league, what talent he found that was untapped in Game 1, Championship Saturday, is ready to go.
Ooh, Championship Saturday sounds so good. You know, we typically hear Championship Sunday. Nah, I like the fact that it falls on a Saturday because the guys, whoever wins,
they get to celebrate tonight.
They finna get lit, baby. They in Vegas, hit the casino, whatever it is that it looks like for them. Championship Saturday, always a feel-good type of night.
Game 1 is between Randy Gill, the 17th overall seed coming into this weekend, going up against Yoshi Craig, the number 8 overall seed. Like we mentioned earlier, Randy Gill, the story of all stories yesterday, the huge upset over the number 1 ranked Isaiah Leaky Brown. And here he is getting ready again. This is the oldest player that is in this championship weekend, 44 years young.
I think what we have to know about White Chocolate is this is the stage that he stands for. In 2003, he won Magic Johnson's Who Got Game on MTV and took home an $100K prize. So he already knows what it feels like to be a winner, to set the stage on the big stage.
And you know what? This man just lives for the camera.
Yep.
He lives for the camera. He is not shying away from anything. He came into this weekend with a black eye. We all said, oh, okay, he's ready.
Look at him, throwing the ball on his finger. When the lights is on, it's time to perform, baby. And that's what Randy Gill is all about. He's into it. He's doing all types of tricks and stuff like that.
He makes me want to get out there.
I know. I mean, I'm not going up against him. He gives, you know, a little cuckoo somewhat, but in the best way possible because he surely is entertaining.
His competitor today is Yoshi Craig. Like I said, 8th overall coming into this weekend. He was 2nd in the Chicago tournament. He won against Andrew Washington on the way up. And Yoshi Craig, 28, from Chicago, went to Iowa Central. Whew, both these guys have kids. Let's throw it down. Let's set the scene. Let's get to know these guys a little better. Let's go down to Casey on the court.
What's up, White Chocolate? How are you feeling knowing $250,000 is on the line?
Well, I feel blessed. I feel very blessed because I'm getting ready to show y'all I'm the #1 player in the world. Move up.
You shook the OBL world yesterday by upsetting the #1 seed. What do you have to say to everybody who didn't think you'd be here today?
I don't know what y'all thinking about, but move on.
What's up, Yoshi? How has OBL changed your life?
It changed my life tremendously. Opened up a lot of opportunities. It's just an amazing experience. I feel blessed and open-minded, man. It's a blessing come true.
Okay, so you and White Chocolate are probably the biggest trash talkers left in the game. If anybody can get in his head, it's probably you. What is your plan going into today's game?
My plan is just to win, man. I told y'all in Chicago, I ain't losing no more.
All right, guys, good luck.
Casey down there trying to stir it up. These are the 2 biggest trash talkers in the game. And trash talking has a lot to do with a one-on-one basketball game, too, because you can't hide from it.
It does. You have to be ready for that bump. When somebody all up in your chest like White Chocolate calling you out, what you gonna do? You gonna run scared or you gonna step up to the challenge? And so Yoshi said, I'm ready for whatever, basically, with Casey down there. So I'm excited for these 2 about to get ready to go at it.
Ty, we saw White Chocolate have 2 games yesterday because he was in that play-in tournament to get back into the game. He had 2 very different strategies. That first one, he fouled, got his opponent a little bit tired. That was Grant Andrews. Got him real tired, or Grant Anderson, excuse me, got real tired and then continued to move on. A different strategy, though, when he was playing against Isaiah Brown. What do you expect him to do right now?
Well, I think White Chocolate is really going to go into it and try to get his shot going a little bit early, and then as time goes on and he sees that Yoshi gets tired, he might play that fouling game again.
Here we're looking at Yoshi. 8-2 record coming into this one. Like I mentioned, 6'2", 185, a Chicago native. He took down Andrew Washington on the way to today's game, and another good game.
Yeah, I think Yoshi, where he might have an advantage over White Chocolate, is on the foot game. He has speed to blow by people, but at the same time, he's going to kind of wean you in some setup dribbles to try to get you into play where he can then, boom, get by you and try to get buckets that way.
There we go. As we saw yesterday, it is the higher seed who does get the ball first. You're looking at Yoshi on the right of your screen. He is in the blue. It's White Chocolate in the white. Yoshi, right off the bat, almost an open right-hand layup, but able to get his own offensive rebound, and there's going to be a foul there on Randy Gill.
And just like I said, Yoshi, he's a little faster as far as foot speed goes, so as soon as he gets that ball out of the ref's hands, he's trying to attack that high foot.
Again, he said, what's broke, I'm not going to fix. Gets to the lane, he's on the block. He's staying in the block. There's another foul call there on Randy, so 2 quick fouls, and Yoshi's going to gain possession up top once again.
Well, that didn't faze White Chocolate yesterday when he was able to pick up those fouls early. It actually worked in his favor, so we'll see. Is that going to have to be what he resorts to today? And then on the board first, Yoshi Craig.
Yoshi is finally able to put points on the board in the 3rd possession of today's game. And like you said, this is loser's ball. So if you score, you got to get back and you got to play defense.
Okay, White Chocolate.
White Chocolate, a little crossover, Hezzy up top, trying to get the defender to move anywhere. Yoshi really stoic out there, not moving anywhere. And at the buzzer, the turnaround jumper goes in, and he is all up in the grill of Yoshi from the start, getting back on defense.
That is such a tough shot by White Chocolate. Not easy to do. You go into the defender off the spin with a little fadeaway action as well, and now you got to D up and get the stop at that.
You got to remember, if it hits the rim, but you get the offensive rebound, the shot clock does not reset. You have 12 seconds to put it up, get your offensive rebound, and put it up again. It only resets if you're fouled and you get possession back up top.
And look at these guys right now. Defense is definitely going to be key for this game, and we're seeing it earlier on. Neither of them have had breathing room to try to get it going. Everything is tough so far.
White Chocolate uses his head there, puts his shoulder way down, and that's going to be a shot clock violation there. I think he got saved there, because I think if there was more time on the clock, he might have gotten called for that foul.
Absolutely. He kind of ducked his shoulder into him, kind of being the aggressor, on the offensive end.
Yoshi right down the right side again. He's finding that right side lane. He gets to the block, and that's the 3rd foul on Randy Gill now. White Chocolate has only 1 left to give before bonus.
I would think if you're White Chocolate, you have to start playing him another way. He wants to go right, correct? You need to open it up to the left side.
There we go, another point on the board for Yoshi Craig, and he's done the same thing every possession so far this game. He's going to the right, he's getting to the block.
Yep, he's going to his strong side. White Chocolate has to make that adjustment on the defensive end to try to now force him left.
White Chocolate's taking a lot of time and a lot of energy up top, trying to get the defender to go somewhere, trying to put him on skates up there, but not really doing a whole lot.
He's dribbling in place, kind of to your point, and White Chocolate has to go north-south, not east-west.
Yoshi, he has a counter there, but he wants to get back to that right-hand side. He's in the left right now, looking to spin around. He puts it up. That's another foul call, and that's the 4th foul on Randy Gill. So the next one for the next 6 minutes and 55 seconds, Ty, he'll be at the line. Yoshi Craig's got possession up top. Looks to drive, goes to the left, loses the ball a little bit. Randy Gill starting to get a little bit tired, but still so physical. And that's another shot clock. Oh, I thought it was going to be a shot clock violation, but that's the 5th foul on White Chocolate.
Yeah, that's a rough one, because I felt like White Chocolate played solid defense right there. It's really tough. You play 11 seconds of good defense, and then you foul at that last second. Now, he gets a little rest up top. Okay, cool. Maybe that'll work itself out. But at the same time, you're going to potentially give up a free point.
Yeah, you always say in regular 5-on-5 basketball, you don't want to bail the person out in the last second of that shot clock, and that's exactly kind of what just happened there. White Chocolate once again trying to do a little dance with Yoshi Craig, staying very disciplined on the defensive end. He gets almost by him on the right, uses that forearm to make some separation, nothing there, and the shot clock goes once again.
But White Chocolate is having a hard time creating some type of separation. There's no breathing room for him, so every dribble is sort of, he's not maximizing on him.
Yoshi Craig just cannot put it in on the field. He's got to connect from somewhere. And this is exactly what we saw from Randy Craig yesterday. Yep. Just he falls behind. It may look like it's starting to be over, and then he makes a couple two-pointers, and he's right back there.
Well, I think what we can see right now is White Chocolate's legs are a little gone. He's not extending on that jump shot. Yesterday it was a nice, pretty little rainbow, and today White struggling a little bit.
Yoshi puts up the long two. That one's good for, he's got 5 points. Randy Gill falling behind with just one. He's got it.
He needs a bucket right here.
5 minutes left to go. He's got to put some points on the board. He gets to the left-hand side. Great defense, though. He's really just standing his ground there. Turns around with the jumper. That one's no good. Tries to go for the offensive rebound. Even if he had gotten it, the clock was hitting 0. He takes too much time up top right now, Ty.
And White Chocolate has to be super careful when he's getting down low. He's extending that elbow into Yoshi Craig. Refs aren't calling it at the moment, but he's also spending a lot of time when he's getting down low in that block type area, outside of the restricted area, using his elbows a little bit too much, and that's taking time off the clock as well.
Look at him. He is getting right up in the back of the grill of Yoshi Craig, trying to do all the trash talking that he possibly can. The ref is saying, you know, take a step back. And then Yoshi is not backing down.
Yeah, White Chocolate is in danger zone right now. He's going to have to get a bucket right here. And they're doing a lot of talking before passing the ball in. Time is a ticking.
Just under 4 minutes left to go in this first game. That's a foul called there on Yoshi Craig. And you know the game plan now for White Chocolate. He's got to put up some twos in order to get back into this one, and Yoshi knows that, and he's really crowding him up top.
Yeah, he's definitely not giving him any space when it comes down to it. White Chocolate getting a little frustrated, thinking that he's getting fouled when he's going to the basket and on these jump shots. And I haven't seen him give up on a play like this since yesterday. Again, he comes in here, as the 17th overall seed.
He's up by 6. White Chocolate's got to do something now. He's got to make a couple twos. Yoshi Craig knows, and he can feel that. You can see the momentum in him, keeping him alive. A beautiful little 360 layup. White Chocolate still got something in that 44-year-old body.
Yeah, and maybe that's the bucket that he needed to get himself going. Sometimes as a player, a hooper, somebody who's a shooter, you just got to see one go through the hoop.
Another foul called on White Chocolate, and of course Yoshi Craig goes to the line for another foul shot. This would bring him, if he's able to make it, to 8. That means the next point would be game point. Under 3 minutes to go left in the game, and if you're just tuning in now, it is either the end of 10 minutes or the first player to 9 points.
Okay, so the free throw worked in his favor this time, but Yoshi's like, I'm going to get myself gathered and call a timeout, which I think is actually a very smart timeout. I missed a free throw. Obviously, I'm a little tired. I need to go on the sideline and get some fuel, talk to our guys. We talked about yesterday. It's like a boxing ring type of thing, but let's see how we've gotten to this point. So Randy Gill.
White Chocolate has made 2 baskets in this game. Both of them have been turnaround, almost 180 buckets from
hard
in the paint.
Buckets, like Yoshi Craig not getting anything. This time, the blow by, that's been the go-to for Yoshi Craig. And then we see that turnaround bucket by White Chocolate. That has been sort of his go-to for his 2 points on the board.
Just over 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Both guys pleading their cases to the referees right now. It is going to be White Chocolate ball, and I think they're both kind of saying, look, we're going to be up in each other's grills right now no matter what. Like, what are we calling? And look, Randy Gill starts it off with a headbutt to the chest.
And that's his MO, right? Oh, that was what he needed, but that's the way to follow the shot if you're Yoshi.
And remember, that shot clock does not reset, so he's got 1 second on the shot clock. He's got to put something up. That one is no good. It'll go back to Yoshi Craig up top. He leads the way 7-2. We are under 2.5 minutes left to go.
White Chocolate needs to stop right here, absolutely. And no twos, so you have to hug that 2-point line. But this might do it. That did it.
Yoshi Craig, ice in his veins. 9-2. Eliminates White Chocolate from the $250,000 with a long 2. to keep himself alive in today's championship tournament?
Well, first of all, shout out to Yoshi for going straight over to our guy, White Chocolate, who's been such a fierce competitor in this competition, dapping him up and letting him know, I respect you and your game. Yoshi Craig, shout out to him, because right off the bat, he was in attack mode. He wasn't settling like we've seen a lot of guys do yesterday, where they were just shooting two-pointers. Nah, he said, I'm going to get whatever I can, attacking at the body, at the hip level of White Chocolate.
Yeah, and again, this is what this league is about. We saw him go right over to T-Mac, give him a high five, because he knows how big this stage is. Yoshi Craig has not played professional basketball, but he wants to. And this stage is setting it for him as he moves on even further into these semifinals.
And we'll see next up. We have our opponents, Mario Smith and George Beeman. I think game 2 is going to be another good one. Two guys who are similar, I would say, when it comes to play. George Beeman, he definitely can get after it when it comes to just being a pure bucket. Yesterday, I talked about his skill set is what sort of set him apart. He has the 10-2 record. Mario Smith, 9-1. I think this is going to be one of those matchups that are for the books.
And then we have a little bit of a size difference here, and I'm curious what you think. George Beeman's got, what, 4 inches? He's got almost 30 pounds. What difference does that make when you're playing one-on-one? Because we've seen a lot of bully ball, but you aren't allowed to just back up your defender.
Yeah, I don't think George Beeman is more so that bully ball type of player. He's more raw and where he's going to use his dribbles effectively to break you down and go by you. When you take something away from George Beeman, he's then going to use his counters. As far as Mario Smith goes, 30 years old out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, I think what he has that's so special is that speed. And he also got the handles that are on ice. So I'm interested to see how this one turns out. George Beeman won first place in LA. We got Mario Smith, who was first place in Chicago. So both of them going to be good.
They know how to win. And George Beeman beat one of the fan favorites at MK yesterday to get here. That was a really, really great game. Again, you can see here a Manhattan College guy, and he's almost 200 pounds. So we'll see how he's able to use his weight to an advantage. To kind of, I mean, and not a bully ball, but use that.
Yeah, and I think he's smart enough to use his body when need be, but that's not necessarily going to be his go-to. And then Mario Smith, he went up against Drew Washington in that first game. And Mario Smith is the number 4 seed coming into this one, 170 pounds in weight. I think, again, I'm going to go back to he's going to try to use his quickness and get to the hoop to blow by George Beeman.
Yeah, Mario Smith played against a bigger guy yesterday, and he was able to be so effective because of how fast he is and how well he can control his body while he's moving. Because we saw a couple games yesterday where the guys were able to get to the hoop when they were just kind of smacking it off the backboard.
Yeah.
Not Mario.
No, he's going to be effective in his dribbles too, similar to a George Beeman, where I think these guys aren't going to waste a whole lot of time up top when they get the ball dribbling it in place. It's going to be a lot of north-south and be effective as they start dribbling that basketball. And I also know that Mario Smith, he got a jump shot. He's currently a basketball trainer, so when you train, you're going to go to those moves that you're working on with the people that you're training with. So I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. I call it going down to the wire, actually, so we'll see.
Down to the wire in the clock, or are we going to see someone hit 9?
I think we're going to see somebody hit 9. Both of these guys are super competitive, and that's why I think it's going to be close as far as that goes.
Another really cool thing about this, too, is that both of these guys played professional, and you don't see that in every single game because there are so many guys who have different journeys that got them here. Both these guys have played professionally overseas, and George Beeman has put some time in the G League. So these are going to be two very skilled guys who are going up against each other.
And I think that's what they're going to go to, using that skill aspect of their game. And then also when you think about you play professional, you've also played different roles, right? Maybe you're not always that go-to guy, but in this setting, George Beeman was the man when he was in Manhattan at school in his senior year, averaged 18 points per game. And then Mario Smith, he played that guard position while he was professionally playing overseas in El Salvador and Mexico. So I think he's gonna use those guard-like skills to really scan the floor and really sense the way that George Beeman decides to guard him to go to the basket.
You're looking at George Beeman right now. He is going to be wearing the white jersey to start this one. He is ranked 5th overall coming into this weekend, and Mario Smith will be in blue. He was ranked 4th, so this is an extremely evenly matched game. Both guys play professional. Both guys ranked 4th and 5th coming into this one. Both won their tournaments, one in LA, one in Chicago.
Yep.
So this could be one of the best games that we see here today in the first round.
I totally agree with you on that because of how similar they are in matchup. The only thing that I say really stands out and the big difference is the size and the height. So that's really all.
All right, let's go down to Casey courtside.
All right, George, you're a step closer to $250,000. What would it be if you were to win today?
A blessing, man. All the glory to God, which I keep saying, man. I'm just blessed to do what I love. Blessed for the opportunity. God been having so much favor in me, man. Shout out to my mother here. I thank God. I pray and work. That's all I do. Let's get the business.
What did you learn from yesterday's game, and how did you adjust for today?
I've been doing this since a youngin', man. I'm from New York. Like, this is what I breathe. Like, I breathe this. So I grew up outside, and I've been outside, and I'm going to stay outside, respectfully.
All right, Mario, so you've already won $10K. How will $250,000 change your life?
It's life change. I mean, I really want to invest it in the gym, so I mean, I feel like this is the best opportunity to do it.
So you had some time to rest. What is your strategy going into tonight's game?
Saving my energy. That was the biggest thing. Last night I went straight to the weight room and got it in just so I could work on my stamina.
All right, good luck.
So y'all know it's get ready to go down. We about to go and get it.
Are locked in, ready to go. And like we said, this could be one of the most intense games that we see. It is going to be Mario Smith who has the ball first because he is the higher seed just by 1. The 4-5 seed game coming up right now.
This is giving me like March Madness vibes when you got those close games in the bracket. You don't know who to pick. That's what this type of game feels like.
10 minutes on the clock, or first player to 9 points. Mario Smith takes on George Beeman. One of these guys will move on to the semifinals and makes them one step closer to $250,000 in their pockets.
I don't know what they're talking about right now, maybe going over some of the rules or
neither of these guys really act up.
There was a little foul problem last game, so maybe the refs are telling us, hey, we ain't doing none of that today. Let's just play some basketball, and here we go.
Mario gets right, crosses back over, a turnaround, got the defender up.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to put it up, but an early foul there for George Beeman.
And like I already anticipated, Mario Smith dribbling that basketball firsthand. And then that time, you give me the 2-point shot, I'm going to make that adjustment. I couldn't blow by you, but you're going to give me a little bit of space. I'm going to splash this in your mouth.
I like the early 2-pointer too because his legs are still fresh right now. We've seen a lot of air balls happen. And a quick answer. That's a 1 point down for George Beeman. The quick answer. I think we're going to see, I think you might be right. I don't think we're hitting that 10-minute mark right now.
Nah. Look at how aggressive George Beeman is on defense. And then Mario Smith with the whoop-de-whoop. Oh, I thought he got hit right there, ref. You got to call that one.
A great take there by Mario. The rebound, the up. I think this is going to be the big thing for George Beeman. His reach is a lot higher than Mario Smith. So even when he's able to get there, Mario Smith is still defending him. He puts it right over top of him. It is going to be George Beeman ball up top after the out of bounds.
So one of the calls that we haven't seen over the past day and then going into today is like an over the back. Most of the guys aren't really focusing on boxing out too much. Mario Smith, you're going up against the big 6'4" guy. When a shot goes up, I would like to see him attempt to box out. Maybe we get an over the back call.
Mario Smith back up top. It's tied 2-2. Goes for the 2-pointer. That one just short. The legs are starting to feel it at this point now. Just under 8.5 minutes left to go in the game. Oh, he blows right by him. That's an and one call. A beautiful right-hand take right through the key by George Beeman.
And how does George Beeman do that? His size. He saw that Mario Smith, you're going to play me to not go left. Fine. I'm going to open up right, put my body into you, and that's how he generates an and one of that count.
And there you go, just like you said, it's the speed now for Mario. He gets right past the defender on the left-hand side and scoops it up off the glass to take the lead. to the right block, puts it up. There's going to be a foul call. Thought it was going to be a jump ball. There's a foul call there on Mario Smith. That's his second.
You see Beeman messing with his shoes there. So when he was a junior in college, he had a season-ending ankle injury. So now he's very protective over his feet, his shoes, and stuff like that. So got to make sure those are tied tight and right so he can be at his best.
It is tied 3 apiece. He goes for the long 2. That one's just short. A defensive rebound for Mario, and he brings it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
If you're Mario Smith, that's the shot that you want George Beeman to take. You don't want him to be able to take you to the cup. And on the other hand, Mario Smith, he gets him in the air, does a little jump stop. The defender's momentum is still going, and he can't stop in his tracks. Perfect way to draw an easy foul.
Yeah, he's going to take a quick timeout there. It looks like he had a hard fall after that foul. That's 2 fouls, both of them, and he's going to take that first time out. It is tied 3-3. Either way, this is going to be a high-scoring game because of how skilled these 2 are. You can see how differently they've been scoring, though. It's Beeman using his size, his reach, and it's exactly what you said. It is Mario using his speed.
Yeah, Mario is really taking his time, but I keep going back to the saying effective dribbles because he's not dribbling in plays. He's not spending a whole bunch of time up top lollygagging with the basketball. He's trying to go somewhere, and by the time that he does get somewhere, he's leaving George Beeman sort of in the dust.
Mario Smith is absolutely locked in. It's interesting to me, and we talked about this yesterday, how some guys will sit there and be by themselves, get some water, and others have whole posses with them. And that was the case here with Beeman over there with maybe a coach or a trainer or something like that, giving him some advice. Sometimes it's nice to have some outside advice. Sometimes it's nice to just lock in on your own.
Who do you think you would be in this situation? Would you want a corner of people talking to you, or would you just kind of want to relax and be by yourself?
I would want a corner.
Oh, I think I would be the opposite. I don't want you in my face at this moment. We playing one-on-one. Let me catch my breath for a second. You sitting here wrapping my head off. I think some timeouts, please. Just let me get a second to regroup, try to think about what I need to do next.
Mario Smith must have heard you there because he really boxed out. He boxed out hard. He's exactly what you wanted him to do. Beeman just has those 4 inches, longer limbs, was able to get that rebound, and then the hard foul. And that's 3 on him. And again, able to just scoop it up. He wants the foul call, but he kisses it off the glass for the 2 point, or for the 1 point, excuse me. Mario back up top. Mario lost the ball to the left-hand side. Beeman real close up on him now. Mario,
that's nice.
The turnaround Kobe, that one no good. We're under 6 minutes left to go now. This could be a huge 2-pointer, but it's short. Defensive rebound, that one is knocked out of bounds.
Off of Mario Smith's knee. That's a tough one. I like the fact that he went for it first of all. We talked to a few guys today. What's going to be the difference maker? And it is those extra hustle plays. Sure, you don't get that one, but maybe you get the next one, and that could be the game changer for the competition that you're having right now.
Shot clock does not reset. We got 3 on there. He puts it up. That one's going to go in.
No. I don't like that foul by Mario Smith right there, because if you're going to foul the mess out of George Beeman. I don't want you to make that and one. He wraps him up. George Beeman, he's so strong. Get off me, little boy. Boom. And one, baby.
That is 4 fouls on Mario Smith. The next one will put Beeman at the line at the 5-minute mark. Below by him on the left-hand side. Again, a foul when he still is able to just kiss that so easily and open off the left-hand side.
Well, Mario Smith, he got George Beeman in the air. He goes, ooh, little hezzy dribble in and out. I'm by you at that time. When you make the bigger opponent stand up, it leaves room for the wide open C's, the left-hand leg.
The long 2s, they get a little hard when we get down the clock. Those
both
legs
of these
hurt.
guys, they're not looking to shoot 3s for real, and I don't blame them. Their bread and butter is getting to the basket, and I feel like the long 2s are their last resort in a sense.
Blocked by George Beeman. If you're Beeman, you are happy right now. Takes the 2 from the corner, no good. And Mario Smith's got to put a point on the board to tie this one up. We're approaching the 4-minute mark. Looking to back down. Mario keeps that ball in his left hand, and it's poked away by Beeman. Beeman back up top. Is he going to go for the long 2 again? That one way off the mark.
Okay, Mario Smith is like, hey, KYP, know your personnel. You haven't made a 3 yet. I'm not going to be in any type of rush to run at you hard and close out, and then you're going to blow by me? No, you're going to have to prove that you can hit a 3.
They got Paul Pierce on the baseline yelling at these guys.
Paul Pierce is like, come on now, he wants to be out there. I think Paul Pierce could actually give these people some go in the one-on-one setting himself.
Mario Smith chucks it up with his left hand. They got someone saying, you got to take a timeout, man. You got to take a timeout. This is not how you want this game to end. Now, he's down by 1. We're talking like it's like a 8-point game right now.
Yeah.
He is down by 1, but you don't want this game to end with a timeout still in your pocket with 3.5 minutes left to go, where you're just too tired to even give it your all.
I think Mario Smith, he bounced back kind of fast after that timeout. You have to take your rest, especially in one-on-one. You don't have a partner out there that you can kick the ball to in turn. You can just see, I think he got hit in the eye right there, potentially, or something, but when it's all said and done, he looks a little worn down.
Yeah, you can't give up on defensive possessions because it is the first player to 9 points. Every single possession is so important in this one-on-one game. He has the opportunity now to either tie it or bring it a little closer. He's doing a little dancing. Great defense once again. Cookies by George Beeman, who goes to the glass and puts up another one.
I think this one is coming down to conditioning. George Beeman just looks like he's physically more in tuned in shape. He's not bent over. Mario Smith, every time there's a dead ball, hands on his knees. George Beeman is standing straight up, hands on his hips, kind of locked in, trying to stay focused on the prize.
And Ty, a lot of the guys yesterday said conditioning and defense are the 2 most important things in this one-on-one game. And just like you said, it's conditioning that's taking the toll on Mario right now. He can't even get that one to go. And that's a shot that I know that he would make.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We saw him do it time and time again yesterday, but he's just tired. You can see it on his face, the way he keeps bending over. He has to take advantage of this timeout right here. Only down by 3 points, and I say it's plenty of time left, but out of this timeout, he has to get a bucket.
7-5. George Beeman leads the way. Mario Smith with it all on the line. There's still time to get back in this. We have 2 minutes of regulation still on the clock. Catch your breath, lock in, and use what you do.
Yeah, and Mario Smith, I'm happy that he's over there drinking some Gatorade, getting some fuel inside of his body. You also have to think, we out here in the desert, Las Vegas, you don't really know what the guys are up to on their free time, but you have to be properly hydrated in a setting like this. And then look at Paul Pierce over there in the corner. The man, the legend, he's out here big chilling, showing T-Mac some love, but bringing the excitement. He's been into the game, standing up, trying to tell the rest what the heck to do. Paul Pierce is in the building, having so much fun.
Yeah, Paul Pierce, the NBA champ, the legend. He has not sat down this whole time. He's out there telling Mario Smith, boy, why'd you take that shot?
Paul Pierce, we saw he got a little drinky drink, came back to the sideline. He's like, let's go, I'm locked.
We're miking him up.
Oh, okay. I
am
so excited to hear what he has to say.
George Beeman just absolutely bodied
Mario
Mario
Smith.
Smith.
Paul Pierce, he's
doing
you're
the too little. Too little.
No way, that's hilarious.
The score is 8-4. This is one of the most important possessions for Mario Smith.
Absolutely.
Puts it up, it's blocked by George Beeman, but that is gonna be called a foul. They both got 4 fouls now, so the next foul in this game will result in a foul shot, but it could be game point if George Beeman gets the offensive possession once again. Mario Smith has it up top. Under 1.5 minutes left to go. He has got to put something on the board.
I would say Mario Smith is a little too tired for a 2 right now. Try to get an and 1 going to the cup if possible.
There we go. Kisses it off the top of the glass. It looked good on the left-hand side. 8-5. This could be the last possession of today's game as we approach the 1 minute mark.
Good foul. Good foul.
And this is what happens when it is 8 and he's gonna go to the line. This is a very good foul. It's not 1. You don't get to make 1 foul shot and win this game. You have to make 2 to call it game.
Now this is the rule where I feel like it separates the boys from the men, the locked in from the not locked in. You have to go up here and be ready to knock down 2 free throws in a row.
He knocks down the first one. He could ice it with this foul shot. Think about how tired your legs are, where your mind is, the pressure that is on you at this moment.
It's over.
And George Beeman knocks him down. He is one step closer to $250,000. Gives his respected T-Mac as he should. And he takes this one over the number 4 ranked Mario Smith.
That was a great win for George Beeman. G stuck to what he knows. He said, I'm going to be that skilled player, go to the basket every chance that I get. Yes, he took a few threes, but more so those threes were warranted because Mario Smith wasn't making tight closeouts. Everything was downhill for George Beeman, and in turn, it leads him to the dub.
It's the first upset of today, the 4 over the 5, and it was all George Beeman in the paint. Gets by his defender. He knew what he wanted to do. He got it off the glass, and then he iced it at the line to call game.
And when it came down to it, conditioning was definitely key. I pointed it out. George Beeman never put his hands on his knees. He stood up the entire time. He was breathing from the diaphragm. You know, when you're running your sprints and you come back, coach says, nah, put your hands over your head. George Beeman made sure he went back to those basic principles and was able to do that. And I honestly think that mentality and how he was able to stay so locked in and focused was the difference maker in that particular game.
We are 2 games in now, Ty.
Yep.
Of the 4 games, halfway through. That means half of these men have been eliminated from the $250,000. What's been the biggest takeaway from these first 2 games?
I think the biggest takeaway has been just sticking to what you know as a player and not playing into the hands of your opponent. And when you do that, I feel like good things happen. Yoshi Craig, you're going up against White Chocolate, who is known for his trash talking, who is known to be tough. He didn't let that get to him. He just did what he does. And then on the other hand, I feel like we saw the same thing out of George Beeman. He stayed focused. He was locked in. He's a man of faith. He preaches that. And so he said, I came out here, I prayed before today's game, I did some reading, and in turn, it helped translate to his game on the floor.
All right, let's set up game number 3, why don't we? We got Darian Davis. He will be in the white jersey. We've got Uncle Scoob, a fan favorite, in the blue. Scoob, he won. He was first place in DMV, 3rd place for Darian Davis out in New York City. Both these guys made their way here, and it's going to be a really good one. You look at Uncle Scoob, someone that people are loving right around here. We saw him dancing earlier. He's ranked 6th overall versus Darian Davis, who is 14th.
Yeah, Darian Davis is the true underdog. He had a little controversial win in that second game that he had yesterday, but nonetheless, he was able to thug it out against the bigger Glenn Rice Jr. and get the dub. And he's a special type of person, right? We talked to him before the game, and I said, what are you going to do with that $250K when you win? He said, take care of the family, pay off my new Benz, and I also want to go on a slight little shopping spree. So he's really happy and excited to be here as the underdog, and he knows what's at stake.
His opponent, Kevin Coote, Uncle Scoobs.
Uncle
smile on his
yes.
face.
He's another guy who really manifested this moment and being here and being in the top 8. And he also said that no matter what it comes down to today, he knows that he's meant and destined to be here. So Uncle Scoob, I feel as though he has the upper hand in a sense where he's just so cool, calm, collected, and really focused on his business when it comes to that winning time.
This one's a little bit different than we just saw in the 4-5 matchup because this one is 6 and 14.
Yeah.
But Davis, he's one of these guys who played 2 games yesterday because he was the play-in game.
Yep.
But he doesn't seem like a 14 seed guy. He came out and was so talented and so poised in both of those games, including the second one that was a little bit of a wild ending.
Well, I'll say for Darian Davis, it's no knock to all the other cities that were visited, but when you come 3rd place out of New York, know that you went up against some hoopers in New York. I don't feel like that's an easy thing to do at all. New York is the home of the finesse of some of the greatest hoopers to ever played a game of basketball, I would say respectfully. So I think Darian Davis, no, he doesn't give 14 seed vibes, but at the same time, he's going to come out there and compete.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 guys that came from New York, Isaiah Brown, that was the only undefeated guy coming in, a huge upset yesterday. It was Zach Radz, another guy who we're going to see in next game, and then Darian Davis. 3 huge guys that have made it to championship Saturday, and that says a lot about the talent that came out of New York.
Exactly. So New York is representing very hard in this last day, and we'll see who's able to come out on top. Will 2 people from New York be left standing? Who knows?
There we go, Paul Pierce. He finally took a seat.
I know.
He finally got a seat.
He said, I'm a little tired from all that cheering, but I can guarantee by the time this game starts, he's probably going to be up on his feet again, ready to go.
Yeah, those crutches were not his. I don't want anyone looking at that and starting anything on the internet. Those were the person beside him. Let's get set for this game in the white jersey. You were looking at number 2, Darian Davis. He was 3rd place in New York. 2 games yesterday has brought him here on this journey to the cash. I like that they play with the earrings in. I like that they're like, you know what, you be swaggy however you want.
Oh yeah, it's definitely giving swag. We got the 1 leg sleeve by Darian Davis as well. And I asked him, how does it feel yesterday? He said, you know, it was a lot of raiding around. It was kind of rough in between games, a little bruised up, but overall ready to go.
Here we go, Uncle Scoop. Kevin Coote.
I just love his energy. Like, there's something about him that you have to love. I don't know him from a can of paint, right? I know what I know what's on paper. But at the same time, when he came over here and spoke to us, he's so full of life and energetic. So we're going to pass it over to Casey.
How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm excited about getting that money tonight, man.
How do you plan on shutting down Scoop today?
I'm just trying to play my games. You know what I mean? He's a good offensive player. I just plan to play hard on defense, do what I do on offense, get the job done.
All right, Scoop. So you're one of the most entertaining players to watch with your street ball style. What is your strategy today?
Well, appreciate that. I guess that's a compliment. But honestly, I feel like we already did all the talking. I'm just here to have fun, man. Enjoy the moment. Shout out T-Mac, OBL. Let's just have fun, man. Let's get it.
If you're to win $250,000, what is the first thing that you're gonna buy?
We're gonna turn the whole PG County up, man. Just know that.
All right, guys, good luck.
Can you talk about that real quickly? Because he mentioned, you talked to him before this game, and you said, you know, do you win tonight? What do you do with that money? And that was a quick answer right there with Casey, because obviously they're on the court. You had a little more in-depth. What does he want to do with that money?
He wants to open a community center in PG County. For those who don't know, that's Prince George's County in Maryland, the DMV area where he's from. And he said, just like T-Mac, who created a competition for us, I want to do it for the younger generation. He wants to cater to the kids. He said kids are the future. He has nephews, and he feels like they're very limited now. So he's very passionate about opening the doors to a community center that can help these kids better their future.
Uncle Scoops, he's going to get possession because he is the higher seed. 10 minutes on the clock. Scoob taking on Davis to start it off. He goes with a long 2, isn't able to connect. It's knocked out of bounds with 6 seconds on the shot. Almost taking out all our camera people.
I know, we can't do that now. The production got to go on, guys. But they're okay. Cameras are fine. That's important. Cameras are very expensive.
Camera people are also fine, too.
Exactly.
Everyone's good. Davis. Oh, a beautiful. Oh, he
said, oh, okay, don't play with Uncle Scoob like that. I got a little defensive about that one.
Davis, the first to put a point on the board. Uncle Scoob going for the long 2. Once again, he takes the lead.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Davis looking to respond. Scoob right up in his grill. Davis drives left. Spins around a few times, able to really, he squares his shoulders in the air and gets it off the glass. A beautiful move by Davis.
Well, I said, what is the strategy today going up against Uncle Scoob? He said, I'm going to stick to the same thing. If that's driving to the cup and that's what works for me, fine. He said, no, I do got to hit some jump shots today. But honestly, if he's not in an opportunity where he has to shoot jumpers, go to the basket.
It's getting chippy out there. The ref can barely get the ball to them without them trying to poke it away. And I think that's a mentality thing, too. Uncle Scoob, he goes real fast, real quick to the left side lane, but that's going to be an out-of-bounds call. And he's going to get that ball back up top. The shot clock does not reset. 7 seconds to get it up to the hoop. Scoob, step back two. He's gonna get called for the foul. That's the first foul of today's game, and we're almost 2 minutes into this one.
So they're gonna check this one up. Uncle Scoob, where he has an advantage, he has a beautiful jump shot. Look at the rainbow, look at the
another step back two for Uncle Scoobs, and these twos, they add up quick. We're going to 9. He's already got 4 on 2 made baskets.
Those twos definitely separate you, but Darian Davis can't let that get down. But oh, that's some good defense by Uncle Scoob. I don't like that call, ref. That's not a kickball. Let the boys play.
Look at T-Mac, he is all smiles watching this one. All smiles watching how intense this one is about to get. Davis up top, looking to see what Uncle Scoobs is giving him. Turns around, gets to the key, squares his shoulders. That one's no good. Uncle Scoobs comes down with the board.
Now he's taking a lot of time off the clock dribbling back, but maybe.
Puts up the long two.
Oh, I was about to say, if he make that one, I'm running out the gym.
There's some strategy involved here. A 2 from the corner. Scoobs doesn't even go out to defend, but he is gonna get the ball back. This tie, or the score, excuse me, is tied once again 4-4.
Well, Darian Davis is not known as a shooter, right? So if I'm Uncle Scoob, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I'm not gonna close out, but I will blow by you. But I will blow by you for the 2.
Scoob makes that one look easy. The quick first step on the left, lays it in with the finger roll. That one was pretty. Davis, he's gonna try and do that same thing on the left-hand side, puts it up, that one's good, it's an and one.
Nice. I like that. So Darian Davis, he's playing into it now like, I'm just gonna use my size. Either you're gonna have to foul me or I'm going to get my shoulders into you and score a layup.
Uncle Scoob, 8 seconds on the shot clock, puts up the long 2.
Hey, come on, Scoob. Everybody holding up the threes in the gym right now. He's a shooter.
Darian Davis needs to respond. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Davis drives hard left. A little too strong, he's been in that gym.
He gotta make that, but now, think about it. Uncle Scoob, in my head, he has game point. He's already proven that he can hit threes. If he hits another 3 right here, it's over. If I'm Darian Davis, I'm gonna hug that 3-point line, but we got a timeout on the floor. Everybody gonna get their mind right.
Darian Davis, he takes that timeout because he knows that this could be game point for someone who can shoot from deep. He is 2 points away. The deep shots are worth 2 points, and it is added up quick for Uncle Scoob. 7-5, just under 6 minutes left to go. And both these guys have made long shots now. They've both got to the rim. They're scoring at all 3 levels right now, and only 1 foul each. It's been physical.
Yeah, this has been a great game.
It's been great. Defense has been solid, but not dirty.
Yep.
These guys are scoring from everywhere on the court.
Yep.
They're getting up in each other's grill.
This has been a pure one-on-one battle. Like you said, my favorite part is there hasn't been a lot of whistles, no free throws. Both guys aren't in foul trouble. So they're playing straight up. Every point that they have has been earned.
It's gonna be Uncle Scoob ball. If you're Darian Davis.
Hand up, because hand down is gonna mean man down.
Uncle Scoob, I can tell he's looking for his step back 3. No good, it's blocked by Darian Davis.
Oh.
Almost knocked out of bounds, but he does step out of bounds. There was only gonna be 2 seconds on the shot clock there anyway, so it's gonna be Darian Davis ball up top to stay alive. 5.5 minutes left to go. Davis back to his defender. Scoops around, drives right.
Ooh, that's
gonna be a traveling violation. He kind of just lost his footing there, lost his balance.
Yeah, he's trying to plead the case that it was tipped, but I feel as though Uncle Scoob sort of backed up, and that means when they let the chair from up under you. I know y'all heard that basketball terminology before.
You like this foul, Ty?
Yeah, I mean, you have fouls to give. Yeah. I had to think about that one for a minute. I'm like, yeah. He has, again, I say essentially game point because this could be over. But that's another good foul by Darian Davis when you have something to give.
And one of the best shooters in Uncle Scoob's, he fouls once again on that 3-point shot, or that 2-point shot, excuse me, because he does not want this game to be over with a long 2 from Uncle Scoob.
Nah, he wants him to earn it, but Uncle Scoob, he trying to get to that 2-point. Oh, you saw T-Mac stood up. He was about to say, oh, it's over. Oh.
Darian Davis now in the corner. He picked up his dribble. He's got to put something up. And this is exactly what you want if you're Uncle Scoob. You're wide open in the corner.
Oh, a wedgie.
Not a wedgie.
Oh.
Not a wedgie.
Look at T-Mac. He's laughing. He's like, oh, man. Come on, ref. You're supposed to go up there and get that.
Oh, come on, Matt.
Oh, boo. Nah, he got the ball down the right way. I thought he was about to show off the buddies.
If Matt's family is watching right now, let him know after this. We wanted him to get up there.
Come on now, we was rooting for him.
Darian Davis, he's got possession up top, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls back for the long 2, that one, no good. Now Uncle Scoob's, it's all him. This is his possession. Make it or break it. 3 minutes, 40 seconds, the long 2. He knows that one's not good, goes for the rebound. It's a quick out of bounds on the side. It'll be Darian Davis ball up top.
Now, I do understand that shooter shoot, but now I think he's banking on that long 2-point shot too much. In turn, Darian Davis is able to convert. Now we're back to just a 1-point game. Uncle Scoob, if you have the wide open 3, go ahead, knock that down. 2, excuse me. Go ahead, knock that down. But if not,
great defense there by Darian Davis. He could tie it up right here, goes up. Oh, they're gonna count that bucket. They're gonna count that bucket, and it is a tied game. Just when we thought this could be over, we are back to a tie game, and it is win by 1.
Yep.
Win by 1 point. This could still be game point here. 7-7. Uncle Scoob for the long 2, just short.
All right, he got to close out. He got to close out. Oh.
That one's an air ball, and we've seen this a lot, Ty. Sometimes when you know you're not getting that rebound, you kind of let that one go to bounds, get an extra breather, and as they take that breather, they're going to take an even longer one. They're going to call that a timeout.
That's a great timeout. I think both of the guys were starting to settle a little bit and not sticking to what they know. Well, Uncle Scoob, he is a shooter. 2-pointers is what he does. But at the time, when you are thinking about it too much, like, I got to hit a 2 to finish this one out, that's what I need. Your mind tricks you into missing. Your form isn't as clear. So I think for him, if the 2 is there, take it. But if not, make Darian Davis bite and then go by him and then resort back to the 2. And if you're Darian Davis, great job to fight and stick in.
Yeah, you're looking at Uncle Scoob's right now. What do you think is on his mind right this second?
I think he's trying to close it out. Like literally. You've seen it in his shot attempts and how he's been trying to just be the finisher. And I think what's on his mind is I'm ready for this one to be over with.
There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. It is 1st and 9 or until that clock hits 0. Uncle Scoob up top. Looking to break down Darian Davis. He drives left, gets to the paint. Quick little turnaround, puts it up. That one's no good. Tries for the offensive rebound, but Darian Davis, he grabs it, pulls it up. That's going to be a foul on Scoob. He's still got fouls to give, though.
Yep, good foul to give right there. Darian Davis, the bigger guy in this situation. You don't want him to get anything easy.
Davis up top. He's made 1-2. Everything else has been in the key. So he's going to try and get in the key once again. Drives left, a big foul by Uncle Scoop. Still has fouls to give. So he doesn't want those easy buckets down low. He wants him to, oh, he doesn't have any to give, excuse me. So he's going to go to the line now. And each foul shot is worth 1 point. It's the same as a regular bucket in this league.
Well, I would say, in a sense, unless Darian Davis can prove us wrong right here, that potentially was a good foul by Uncle Scoop, because yesterday, Davis struggled from the stripe. Boom, and there we go. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, there's a timeout.
Oh, okay.
I was about to lose my mind if that went in.
Right?
Uncle Scoob is saying, you know what, I don't need this timeout. I want to get some shots up. And what'd you say about this yesterday? Real hoopers.
Real hoopers. They gonna sit out there, they gonna shoot and try to get it right. I think where Uncle Scoob at the moment is kind of going wrong is the shot looks rushed. He has to be able to go up and show his entire follow through. hold that thing up. Hand in the cookie jar, and right now I think we haven't seen that on his past couple of two-point attempts.
Did you ever say gooseneck?
Yep.
I always said hand in the cookie jar, and everyone was like, oh, you mean gooseneck?
Oh,
I
no,
mean, it's the same,
right? It's the same thing. Or pose for the picture is what some people used to tell me when you hold that thing up, 5 fingers to the rim.
All right, let's get back to it. 1.5 minutes left to go in this game. It's Uncle Scoobs up top. Pump fake, pulls it back, the step back 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, kisses it off the glass. He now has the lead, 8-7.
That was the way to follow his shot on that one. He could see that it was off. I think we could sort of see that it was off. It was a great move, right? The snatch back to get you behind the 2-point line. But at the same time, Darian Davis, he's winning a game. We're at game point for both opponents. Oh my goodness.
It is win by 1, folks. The next player to score a basket wins the game. Uncle Scoob up top, drives, gets to the key, a turnaround shot.
It's over. I think that's the whole DMV behind his back who ran on the court for Uncle Scoob. That's a hell of a way to finish this one out. And of course, he goes up to T-Mac, daps him up.
And right over to Paul Pierce.
Look at Paul Pierce. He got his arms folded. He's like, yeah, this is what I came here to see. This is that real bump.
Uncle Scoobs, Darian Davis. What a moment between these two competitors as they hug it out. And Uncle Scoobs moves on 1 step closer to $250,000. And what a way to finish this game. The spin.
The fadeaway. Ooh, that's nasty. I asked Uncle Scoob, I said, what is it about our area? I'm about to claim our area right now, the DMV. He said, you know what they say, it's something in the water, and that's the mentality that he has, built different.
Wow, what a finish. That is what this league is all about. You got superstars lining the sidelines. You have guys who may or may not have played professionally, college, anywhere, and it comes down to 1 minute. Incredible, incredible finish to this game. Let's take a look at right before this, how these guys ended up here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Give me one word to describe the type of atmosphere.
Go that. Intense. Welcome into the Dollar Loan Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the Ones Basketball Championship weekend as we get set to crown the ruler of the court, who will take home $250,000.
I manifested that. I'm gonna be sitting in that chair right there. I'm gonna take my shoes off when I walk up the red carpet.
These are the thinkers of the game. Every little step and movement that you make truly does matter.
6 cities, it's Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, DMV, and then of course, LA. It is games like that that is the vision of what this OBL tournament is. It is what T-Mac wanted when he said, you know what, let's make this one-on-one basketball league. He knows that that was a huge win.
Battle from the beginning for you, but you're here, you're playing against our undefeated player. How you feeling?
See you later, homie. Move on.
This is what it all comes down to. The elite of the elite. We got the pros pro, John Jordan, repping H-Town. The silent assassin, Darian Davis from the NYC. Mario Smith has been breaking ankles all season long. What about Uncle Scoob, who believes he's destined for greatness? And the underdog, Zach Rads, has gained everyone's respect. The great OG of the game, White Chocolate, has shook up the world. George Beeman is one of New York's finest and took the OBL outside. Yoshi Craig defines the grit and grind of Chicago, the Chi-Town. It's all heart, it's all hustle. is all love. Who will be the ruler of the OBL?
Tournaments like this is about the last man standing.
OBL is a great platform, not only for guys like myself, but for other guys that's trying to get on. Man, I'm here trying to pull up to OBL and dominate.
I heard they checking for me.
John Jordan, shout out to OBL for allowing me to be here. It's lit. One-on-one, come bet on yourself and get this money, get this money.
I was just a kid with a ball and a dream, you know what I mean? Just like everybody else, youngin', growing up, watching 90s basketball playoffs and this type of atmosphere, this type of environment gives me that 90s feel, real grind and grit type of feel.
I'm from Houston, Texas, born and raised, entire families, pretty much from Texas region, Texas area. We went to Hightower High School. After Hightower, I played college basketball at Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, go Islanders. Second all-time in points, first in all-time assists, first in all-time made field goals in a single season, first all-time free throws made. I'm top 5 in everything in the school. After that, I started my professional journey in year 2015, 2016, and I've been a pro ever since. So, just to be here, still playing and still healthy, it's definitely a blessing. Basketball's pretty much taking me to every corner of the globe just to be able to go out and experience other cultures, other religions, just different people around the world. Man, it's a true honor and true blessing. Something I really try not to take for granted. For me to just be able to do that for a living and just play basketball, it's unbelievable. Shout out my guy Tracy McGrady, man, allowing me to be a part of this, and I'm trying to put on for the city of Houston, for the state of Texas, for myself, for my family, for my name, for everybody. It's a big deal to me. Like, I've played in other countries, but this is definitely a big deal because at the end of the day, it's just me. I don't have a team co-signing me, it's just me, my name, and what I'm about. And so, I'm trying to represent for sure, and I will represent. I'm here to dominate, I'm here to stay. When I win the OBL, I plan on helping a lot of people. At the end of the day, that's what, a blessing is. Get blessed, and you gotta be able to facilitate that blessing to others. I'm just trying to do my thing, inspire the next group of guys, and use my platform and use whatever I've built to help others. For me, it's all about respect. I'm a pro baller. No matter who's across from me, I'm excited, I'm hungry, and I want to show everybody who I am and what I'm about, man. I do this for everybody that support me, that has been supporting me for all these years, and I definitely plan on doing some big things when I win that money, for sure.
Tough win, y'all see I'm winded, I'm gassed. But at the end of the day, can only be one champion. So shoot, we here, man. Love is love. Yeah, 250 next, for sure. Can't forget about the 250. King of the court, man. 10 bands, man, serious money. Y'all come see what OBL is about, man.
Ball is really life. It's not only what I do, it's who I am.
Try and get this 10K right today, right tomorrow. Don't matter, I'm ready to play. Love the hoop.
This is the OBL.
Name's Zach Raz from Albany, New York. Grew up with my mother and my father and my little sister and my little brother, Zoe and Zane. And my mom really set me up in a good platform in basketball terms. really preaching what hard work is all about, doing whatever it takes, going above and beyond. I started playing in 7th grade. I was able to get moved up my freshman year onto varsity, which is a really big deal for me. I was definitely always an underdog. I didn't really pass the image test when I was always on the court, so I knew every time I stepped on the court, I always had to have a chip on my shoulder and play my absolute heart out. Just got done playing at Sacred Heart University, low major Division I school out in Connecticut. I'm seriously so blessed to have this opportunity for Tracy to handpick me to come and play on a platform like this, because I genuinely thought I was done with my basketball career a couple months ago, just dealing with all the injuries I had in college. But I'm trying to get back on the radar, back on the professional level. That's always been my dream, to make money playing ball. Basketball has just been something that's been in my life for the past 15 years. It's taken me all over the world, all over the country. 250,000 would be an amazing thing for me and my family. I know the first thing I would do is take my mom out to a nice dinner. She deserves the world for everything she's done for me. Just made the final 3 in Brooklyn, New York to go out to Vegas and compete for 250K. I'm excited, I'm ready to go. I'm happy to be here.
King of the court, man.
Atlanta, all the way back, man. Let's go. Yee!
I see y'all in Vegas. Chicago, show up, show out. OBL is in New York City. We're in Brooklyn right now.
This is hers. I ain't doing for nothing else.
DMV. Some real hoopers came out of here.
I'm destined for it. Hey, T-Mac, I need 250 now, man.
Welcome back inside the Dollar Loan Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Championship Saturday is underway, and there are 100 different reasons why you should be here right now watching this one's basketball championship. The first reason is because this basketball is the best one-on-one basketball you will see in the world. That finish of the last game, incredible. And the number 2 reason,
I would say the number 2 reason is because there's 250K on the line. These guys have gone out there and given it their all. We have seen 3 phenomenal games so far. Game 4 is coming right up. we have our opponents, Zach Rads and then John Jordan, who will be going up against one another. And I think, just like the others that we've seen before, this is going to be a phenomenal game. And then after that, we got the semifinals. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Zach Rads comes in as the number 10 overall seed, in this tournament. I'm still a little shook because Busta was just here talking about my childhood.
Hey, Busta did his thing out there, okay? When he stopped, the arena got a little quiet right quick, right? And then he started doing I can't do all that, right? You know what that means. Busta, no one doesn't like him, but he just shut the entire place down. But now we got to get back and focused for this matchup that we have right here. Zach Rad, ZZ going up against John Jordan, JJ. So that got a little ring to it, right? 6'2" against 5'10". Both are 180 pounds and both got game.
Both got game. Like I said, Zach comes in as the 10 seed. It's John Jordan comes in as the 2nd seed to this tournament. He's the top seeded guy still alive in this championship game right now. Now, look, John Jordan had one game yesterday. A simple one game, one and done, got it done. Your guy, Zach, he had a little bit of a harder way to get in here, no?
Oh,
yeah. He had one game, Antonio Hess. I remember that game. That was, this game, you know what? This tournament has been so interesting.
Yep.
Simply because everyone is so different. They're not only their journey, not only what they do with their lives now, but the way they play, and then each opponent has something to say. Look at this, a New York guy. You call him ZZ?
Oh yeah, I used to call him ZZ
really?
in school, so I
never heard that.
I thought that was like the secret nickname or not. I know he was telling the OBL people that it was ZZ, but yeah, that's the guy ZZ right there. A sharpshooter, that's the way that he made it to today. He knocked down a couple of 2-pointers and was able to do his thing from deep. And then as far as John Jordan goes, JJ, we know what he got in his bag, and he's speedy. He wears the short shorts. We had a little, I'll say, we went at it a little bit, if you will, about his shorts earlier today.
Look,
but it was all good, friendly conversation.
I came here and said, you know what? I enjoy a good thigh.
Oh yeah,
roll him up higher.
Hey, he works hard on him, so it's okay. Show it all off, JJ.
He called him lamb chops.
Yeah.
You gotta throw my lamb chops off. All right, so we got ZZ going against JJ. Could be another upset. Right now, this is the top seeded guy in this championship tournament for today. And it is underway, the last kind of round robin game that we've got before we head into the semifinals. You saw these two guys play yesterday. Does either of them have a leg up on the other?
I would say no, from a standpoint of their games are very different, but what they both do have is that athleticism to them. So are they going to be able to impose their will on one another with using that athleticism? You mentioned it earlier, and I'll say it again, they both only played one game, so I don't think fatigue will be a factor and really set in this particular matchup, and both are very highly skilled. So similar to the game where George Beeman went up against Mario Smith, it's not going to be a whole lot of east-west. I think we're going to see guys taking effective dribbles.
Yeah, and I keep mentioning this seeding, the 2 against the 10, but Zach Rads was an underdog in New York, too, when he even ended up getting here. He ended up getting 3rd place, but he battled for that 8th seed and then came back to win that 2nd place. So he knows what it's like to be that underdog and just feed off that mentality. He's got that today against John Jordan, Double J.
Well, what Zach Rads wants to do is really set the tone earlier defensively. So if you're getting after it on defense, the offense is going to come, but we're going to send it over to Casey to let her get more.
How does it feel to be in the top 8?
I feel great. It's another day doing what I love, playing in front of all these great fans. I'm ready to put on a show. Let's get it.
So everyone knows that your game is on the perimeter. If the 3 isn't falling, what is your game plan?
I just play ball, whatever's working at that time.
All right, John, $250,000 on the line. How are you feeling?
I feel great. For me, my life isn't governed by money. It's all about respect right here.
Absolutely. So you've been with us since Houston. You won the first 10K. How are you going into today's game? What is your strategy?
I mean, with my same approach, just be myself, be aggressive, and make plays, you know?
All right, good luck, you guys.
Casey got these guys ready. They are locked in. The top seed will take the first possession. That's John Jordan. He'll go on offense first. He is in the blue. You see him getting loose here, and it is Zach Rads in the white jersey.
And to go a little bit off of what JJ wants to do with the 250K, he plans on doing a personal investment, which would be a jump and exercise program. So
and he says he has a name for it that is funny
yeah.
and witty, but he won't tell us what it is.
He won't tell us the name quite yet. Legal reasons, he has to get, you know, the rights to it and all that other stuff. So he said it's super cool and unique. So if he wins, I'll be looking forward to that. He said it'll potentially be in our app store. So that would be definitely something cool to experience.
One of the cool things about that, too, is that he wants to get it translated into 4 different languages for the 4 countries that he has played professional basketball in.
How cool is that? So I do say that is a unique way to use that cash prize, if so.
JJ, the step to the side, long 2. It's in and out right at the buzzer. Zach Rad's there to pick it up off the glass. Brings it to the 45. Couple crossovers, goes left. Great defense by JJ.
Great hands by JJ to really just get his hand in there without fouling to get the knock away. It goes out of bounds. Who cares? Zach has to reset it up top.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Puts up the long 2. That one is no good, and that's going to be out of bounds. JJ ball up top.
Not mad at that shot by Zach Raz. He kicked the leg out a little bit. I don't know if that put his shot off balance, but if he can get straight up and straight down on his 2s like we see yesterday, that'll have a better chance of going in.
JJ puts it up, gets his own offensive rebound. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Elevates, and that one's no good. Again, because the buzzer went, there's no need to get that offensive rebound. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Well, you're going to see JJ sort of chasing his shot all game if he feels as though it's not going to go in. He says the little things, you have to be willing to go the extra mile to win, and that's like getting those second chance opportunities and those loose balls.
Zach Rad's really trying to use his height advantage down low, reach over JJ and try and put it in the bucket, but just cannot convert right now. 6 seconds on the shot clock. JJ brings it out. A little tiny step to the side for the 2. That one is no good. Zach Rad's, he's gonna let that one kind of go off he's gonna let the shot clock get down to 0 so we can have a quick breath. Resets up top.
Both guys have been a little flat in these early possessions. We can see if we can get their legs up under them. There we go. All I had to say was the word flat, and Zach was like, come on now.
I'll show you flat.
Exactly.
Zach Rads puts the first point on the board. He's got a long 2 to kick this one off. JJ looking to respond. JJ, the step back 2. That one's good.
There we go. We getting it going now. I think this is going to be another one of those games where it could potentially come down to the wire and points.
If you're just tuning in now, it is first player to 9 points or at the end of the 10-minute mark. Zach Rads cannot connect from deep, but the rebound to the open spot, and there we go. JJ doing exactly what you said he is known for doing, getting those offensive rebounds, hustling after every single play. He's got 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh.
That one's no good. It'll be Rad's ball up top. What a move there by JJ. A little, I don't even know, he faked everything.
That was a little snatch back. I'm not going to say tween. He didn't hit that quite, but a little snatch back to create some space. So he was able to get that shot off cleanly with the shot clock expiring.
Rads looking to back down smaller JJ.
Oh, wow.
Great defense by JJ there. Finds himself almost open. Puts the 3 up. That one is good for 2 points.
And that's what JJ said he was going to do. Going to hustle after everything. And a lot of guys didn't see that in some of their other games. I would say Zach Rads in particular. So you have to know if this is his MO, he's going to chuck and run, and he's going to try to get every loose ball. You then have to be that player as well, because I'm not going to let you get to this loose ball before me.
I don't think either of these guys are going to take half a second off in terms of effort from this one.
Nope.
JJ gets called with his first foul there. He's back on defense. Zach Rads pulls up the long 2. No good.
Look good. That was a good shot. I think he created enough space because he has such a high arcing 2-point shot. So I'm not mad at that look from Zach Rads.
JJ crosses it over. That one's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Zach Rad's ball up top. It's still JJ who's in the lead 4-2 after 2 long 2s. We got 6 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock, and there's going to be a first timeout called by JJ as he goes. He's one of those people who needs the people in his corner.
Yeah.
He's there.
I think he more so just wants them to kind of be there for him and listen, but he seems like he's just chilling. He called me out yesterday because I was like, you was on your phone during the timeout.
Meanwhile, Zach Rads, he's getting some words from a fellow competitor.
Yeah, well, I'll also say George Beeman, right? He went to school in Manhattan, although he wasn't the opponent who came out from there. So I think that was sort of like that mutual New York love. Let me talk to you right quick.
We'll talk about that later. Eric, what was the first team that Tracy McGrady played on in the NBA?
Really? The Raptors?
He is correct, ladies and gentlemen! He gets an exclusive autographed jersey from Tracy McGrady. Make some noise for Eric!
Here we go. Here we go. Everybody's the winner in the OBL. Everybody's the winner.
Zach Rads up top. Crossovers. Gets that first step going and then tries to use his height over JJ down low. JJ called for the foul.
I like that move by Zach Rads that time around. JJ has been playing him for the three-point shot as he should, but then Zach Rads is now countering. This time you get a little bit of extra space. You shoot that three again, and that was just unfortunate because that one pops in and out.
JJ pulls the ball back out to the corner, moves up to the 45. A little shake and bake, gets to the left-hand side and off the glass, it's good.
All right, I would say right now, down by 3, Zach has to get a bucket right here because of how quickly JJ can score. And ooh, he's struggling a little bit from the outside, and he's gonna have to figure that one out. He's gonna have to buckle down on defense and really get a stop.
Yeah, that was a quick shot by Zach Rads, a real quick shot. Still, I think 11 seconds left on the shot clock. It's gonna go back to JJ right now. He takes a quick breather. The shot clock winding down, steps. He loves to step to the side, two-pointer.
Yeah. He's the type of guy, got a little swag to him, definitely, and really shows it on the court. So to go back to the short shorts, then I promise I'm gonna let it go. But he says he wears them that short because it's a comfort thing. He doesn't really want his shorts past his knees and stuff like that. So he gives him actually a little bit of more breathing room to work.
And there are tights under there.
Yes, he does have on spandex, 100%. They're just short ones, but he has them on.
JJ, change of speed, puts it up. That one's no good. Zach Rads now. He has the opportunity to put some points back on this board. He is down by 2. Puts up the long 2. It looked good from here, but just off the mark. And JJ loves getting those quick rebounds, pulling it out and trying to get a shot up himself. Offensive rebound. 8 seconds on the shot clock. JJ from the corner.
Yep.
Step to the side, the long 2. That one rims out.
Now, I feel a little indifferent about Zach letting that particular one go out because JJ would have had to run all the way from the opposite corner had Zach got that, and he would have been in a position to have a wide open 3, which could have tied this one up. So I felt like Zach, that was a loose ball that he actually should have went after.
Zach Rads, he finds the 2. He would have had more space, you're right. JJ's right up in his grill.
So both guys are kind of tired right now. We've seen threes going back and forth in this one. Zach, hands on his knees.
JJ, he sees that. JJ sees that the defender is backing off of him. He gets to the foul line, puts it up. That one's no good. Now Zach Rads pulls it back out. We're approaching the 3-minute mark. Tries to cross the defender, gets to the left, and he's using his size as he should once he gets down there. Loses the ball a bit, gets past him, puts it up off the glass. It is good with 1 second on the shot clock as we hit the 3-minute mark. There's a timeout called.
And JJ was actually trying to foul Zach Rads on that last one, but he just couldn't quite get around him to get a clean foul call. So way to capitalize if you're Zach Rads. And a much needed timeout, I would say, for both of them to regroup while JJ is up 5-4 over ZZ.
Again, I'm going to talk about how great this league is for someone, like Zach Rads, who had suffered injuries the last few years. He really thought his career was over until the OBL came knocking. And look where he is now. He's in a championship Saturday with $250,000 on the line when he was ready, or he thought it was necessary almost for him to hang up his shoes.
Well, I can speak to his experience firsthand since I went to Sacred Heart University with him. He comes from humble beginnings in a sense where he wasn't always the go-to guy on the team. He didn't play a ton. He stayed at the same school and stuck it out. And he became one of those guys who started, who was a role player, who was able to contribute to a great Sacred Heart University program. So to see him out here today, I could say he is a testament to when you're back against the wall, you got to keep on going and run through that wall.
We've seen this a lot with timeouts, Ty. They can have that burst of energy right out of the timeout, and on the offensive end, JJ just took full advantage of that, putting a bucket on the board straight out of that 30-second timeout.
All he needed was a little water to sit down a little bit.
Zach Rads can't connect from deep. JJ back out top. He leads the way 6-4. 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. He's looking at the bucket. He drives, pulls up from the free throw line. It's just short, and Zach Rads is going to get that rebound, but they're going to call a shot clock violation, and if I'm Zach Rads, I am okay with that as I get a quick breather.
I would say I'm okay in a sense, but at the same time, then you have to reset. And JJ is playing good defense, so it's not really giving you an advantage where you have to set up defensively and have to try very hard to score. But it does work out in Zach's favor. He gets fouled. Does the foul really mean too much at this moment? No, because JJ only has 3. So they have to check it back up. It's a reset, and time is going.
A quick shot. That could have been a difference maker if that went in. That just does not fall. He doesn't have the legs under him right now for those deep twos.
Still in it, though. Has to really focus on those stops. If you're JJ, you got to get something going to the basket.
Here's JJ now, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Puts up the long 2. It's just off the mark. Zach Rads taking his time getting out there, but puts up the quick 2-pointer. And again, this one's just a little long. He can just not find that middle ground.
Yeah, both of the guys are struggling from deep. I think, you know, again, we see another timeout. It's coming down to they're tired.
They're tired. We have 1 minute and 21 seconds on the clock. This started at 10 minutes. They have been going for almost 8.5 or over 8.5 minutes at this point. And you can see all of these points scored. None of them have been easy. They have had to work every single second of this one. It's been physical. It's been tough on the defensive end. Even you look down low. It's been a lot.
Yeah, I love the fact that both of them are putting the emphasis on defense. So where their offense isn't falling, their defense has been the thing that has sort of saved them in this round. But when you're coming out of this timeout, there's 1:21 left. It's go time for both opponents. Zach is still in this, only down by 2 points. He has the opportunity. And then if I'm JJ, I'm thinking about I need to put this one away so I can then rest up for that semifinal round.
Zach Rads, the 25-year-old from Troy, New York, up against John Jordan, the 30-year-old from Houston, Texas. It's JJ ball up top. He leads the way 6-4. 1 minute and 21 seconds left to go in this ball game. JJ drives, a lot of dribble moves. Can he do it? It's off the glass, and he takes the lead 7-4.
And again, out of 2 timeouts now, JJ has been refueled. He's been able to score. He's been able to take advantage.
Great defense there by JJ. It's going to be Zach Rad's ball back up top. The shot clock does not reset. 8 seconds. He's got to do something with that rock. Puts up the long 2.
That's what he needed.
That one's good. How important was that bucket time?
Oh, absolutely. That was the one who saved him. Now, I think he's going to be more cognizant of, okay, I made this 2. Now I have to get a stop. Because essentially, JJ can win this game if he hits a 2 of his own.
And he takes it, puts it up. It's off the back rim. And Zach Rads is going to take a timeout. I think this is an extremely smart timeout. He has not called a timeout where he gets to come back and be that offensive player.
Right, and I think this timeout is going to be the one where he can kind of regroup himself. I think since scoring 2s is so important to Zach, he wants to come out and be able to have his legs up under him because I think personally he's going to go for it too. JJ's defense has been a little too tough on Zach Rads when it comes to getting down low, and then on the other hand, just taking advantage of every opportunity that they get to score. This has been, I think, one of the best defensive matchups that we've seen.
Defense wins championships, baby.
For sure.
JJ having a quick word with the ref. He's got 36.6 seconds. 30 seconds separates these two guys from life or death in this tournament. It's Zach Rad's ball up top. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He's pulling it back real far. He's getting deep. Drives left, great
Just
defense.
like I anticipated.
Great defense by JJ. That is an important possession, and just like you said, that highlights the importance of how much emphasis these guys are putting on the defensive end. JJ gets to the line, puts it out. That's a good foul, though, because Zach has fouls to give. He has not fouled yet in this game.
Yep. I would have to make him win the tough way, but now we're getting down to where it's 17 seconds left. Is one of these guys going to win by way of the clock running out?
Zach, a quick foul. We see this at the end of 5-on-5 games as too. You want to not have him dribble this out. You want to not have him win it at the line. You've got fouls to give. That's Zach's third foul. 14.5 seconds. That's Zach's fourth foul.
I don't know, potentially though, JJ could have got a shot clock violation, so I do understand him.
Because that is the only way.
But he started fouling very early at 17 seconds. If he would have dug deep and played defense, I don't know. I feel a little indifferent about how early he fouled. But we'll see if it works in his favor. We've seen it in other games where guys have stepped up to the free throw line and actually haven't been able to convert. So let's see if that strategy by Zach Raz was true.
I love that Zach's family is standing in the corner right now with the Houston, Texas horns on their hands, ready to go as he takes that foul shot. It is 8-6. Zach Raz puts it up, could tie it. No good.
Oh.
He's going to get the foul call there.
I think that's going to do it.
8.5 seconds left to go.
You know, I do stand a little corrected on that last thing. So Zach Raz was trying to foul so he can get it back and at least have the opportunity to tie it up.
It is game point. That means he's got to make 2 foul shots to ice this one. Makes the first. If he makes this foul shot, he moves one step closer. And it must just be horrible watching this happen for Zach Raz, knowing there is nothing you can do on the defensive end.
Man. A tough loss, great battle by Zach Raz. You see they immediately go up to one another and dap each other up. And I just want to say big shout out to Zach Raz. He came into this again as the underdog, a number 10 seed, and was able to make it this far. And big congrats to John Jordan, because he's living up to that number 2 seed.
John Jordan ices it at the line. He is one step closer to sitting his big butt on that crown right there. Short shorts and all. And he won this game on the defensive end.
Yeah, he really did play to his strengths, and also he knew his opponent. He was like, there's not going to be too much that Zach wants to do outside of shooting the 3 balls. So Zach was able to make him pay early on in the game. JJ was able to also be deadly from beyond. And now he said, okay, I hit a couple 2s. I had the opportunity to blow by you. But ZZ did have his answers. And that right there, look at that crossover dribble by JJ. So smooth with it, handles on ice. Little guy, not too big, but those handles is what has been able to capitalize on. And now he's moving on to the semifinals. So I'm super excited. We only have 3 games left, and we're going to have the winner of the inaugural OBL League.
There we go. The semifinals will begin in just a few minutes. First up, it's Yoshi Craig taking on George Beeman. The winner of that goes on to the championship game. And of course, John Jordan, who we just saw up against Kevin Coote, Uncle Scoobs, will also be in that championship game. And the winner of that, you see at the bottom of your screen, $250,000 big bucks.
All right, quick. So who do you think is going to advance to the championship?
Okay, let me look. Again, game 1 is Yoshi versus Beeman. If I'm looking at these 2 guys, Beeman has the size advantage.
Yep.
But he doesn't necessarily play towards that strength. He's not a bully ball type of guy, but he uses his reach
His
and his length.
athleticism, yeah. So I'm going to take George Beeman in the championship game, and I am calling Uncle Scoob with the upset over JJ.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, she's calling for the upset. All right, I'm gonna have to go with JJ then. I gotta do it. We gotta make this a friendly bet here.
Okay.
Yeah, who'd you took Beeman? So I'll go Yoshi. I like Yoshi, 28-year-old from Chicago. He was second in Chicago, and hey, he's doing this for his kids. There is a different level of motivation and competitiveness when that one is for your 3 children and giving them the life that they deserve. So let's get this one going. We are so close to the semifinals, and it is only going to get more intense, more crazy, more physical, more desperate the further we get into this tournament.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just like you can taste it, right? When you're so close to accomplishing what you set out to do by coming here to Las Vegas, it's unbelievable. So I'm super excited to get it going. I know everybody else in the building is too. First, we got to watch the dancers do that little thing. Okay, let's throw it back to my lip gloss is popping. I'm not gonna sing on the air though, y'all, because I can't do none of that. But yeah, we got some wonderful dancers. They've been doing their thing all weekend for us. The energy is electric in here.
Yeah, the entertainment has just been incredible from start to finish here. The dancers, we got the best MC in the building hyping everyone up. We had Busta Rhymes in here earlier wrapping it up with everyone. And look, that's what this tournament is all about. They went across the entire country to 6 different cities to find the 3 best ballers from each of those cities. And they brought them here to Las Vegas. You knew it was going to be an event once you got here. This is the best one-on-one basketball tournament in the world. It is intense. And hey, we have not seen a lot of these go down to the wire in terms of time, but that's an important factor to talk about. These guys are playing one-on-one basketball, offense and defense right away for 10 straight minutes, and it just gets more intense the closer they get to that 0 on the clock.
It does, and I think the guys have understood that. A lot of them have been using their timeouts very wisely because they understand, okay, if I use a timeout in this exact moment, I can rest up, and in turn, we've seen a lot of them come out and get buckets. And OBL, ruler of the court. Who is that going to be? We don't know yet. Shout out to our partners, Showtime Basketball, Playmakers, Slam, Heart Hustle Productions. They have done an amazing job working it out with us.
Yeah, it's just been so fun here. When you're going to look back, and obviously we're going to have major memories when it comes to the semifinals and the finals. You look back at yesterday and earlier today, what's the one memory that's going to stick out with you?
Man, this is tough. I think the one memory that I'm going to remember is white chocolate upsetting Leaky Roof. And I'm just saying that because it was pure fun and entertainment, and nobody expected that. But that's what makes this basketball league in particular one of one.
Yeah, that was, I think even White Chocolate as a personality, he's perfect for a league like this. And obviously it's because he's been doing it for 20-something years. He just came in and had that personality. He was a fan favorite or the most hated, and I think he'd be okay with either one of those.
Exactly. Hey, you have to have, in every scenario, you have to have the good guy and you got to have the villain. So what is going to be your favorite moment or memory that you're going to take away?
I think one of my favorite moments, I mean, White Chocolate was a good one. I think one that I'll think about is how intense these games got.
Yep.
And I don't want to Glenn Rice Jr., but in the most competitive way possible, how much $250,000 can make you get so intense. And I think at the end of this, and I've been saying this since the beginning to you, off air, on air, I'm like, someone's life is about to change today.
Right.
And I think talking to the guys this morning when we said, hey, you're going to get $250,000, what are you going to do with it? To hear some of their answers has been so heartwarming.
I mean, I can't even fathom what I would do with $250K, but for the guys who are still in it and able to compete, and they're getting one step closer to their dream, and you get to win $250K hooping, like doing something that you love, there is nothing like that. So once again, we got to give a big shout out to T-Mac because he has put together such an amazing league. He's out here changing lives. He's giving back to the community, and you can see it in all aspects of this event in the league in the way that it's set up.
And he's hands-on with it.
Yes.
Like you said, he handpicks these players from around the country to come and compete for this OBL tournament. He's here, hands-on, sitting front row. He's helping people here, he's helping people there. He's retweeting everything about this. And I think think that's one of the most important things when you talk about Tracy McGrady as a person. We all know him as a basketball player, as a legend, as a Hall of Famer. But as a human being, what he's able to do right here for these guys, he gives entertainment to all of us, but this is a life-changing opportunity for one of these guys. Hey, some of these guys won 10 grand already. That's life-changing as well, but 250 is something different.
Absolutely, and for you to put yourself out there, T-Mac has his family here too. And I think one of the most interesting things that he said was, you know, I did the color commentating thing before, and I did the finals. It was like Cleveland when they were going up against Golden State. I think that's what he said. He goes, my kids didn't want to come with me to that, but the OBL, oh, they don't miss a game of this. They love this hands-on, up-close action, that one-on-one bump. To be able to experience the emotions, the passions of winning in a basketball league like this, where I have to say again, is one of a kind. His family is so in tune too.
Yeah, it's so intimate here too, and it's it's an experience that you're not going to get anywhere else too. You have Paul Pierce sitting in the crowd there. You can see him in the white. You had J.R. Smith here the other day on the sideline. We've had guys from the summer league come and watch this because one-on-one basketball, we've all played it.
Yep.
But it is so different sitting down and watching a one-on-one basketball game than a 5-on-5 basketball game, because you are not missing 1 second of the action. You are eyes on. For a full 10 minutes, something is happening.
Absolutely, and you have to think about the mindset that you have to be a one-on-one type player. There's nobody you can pass the ball to and get it back, and you get a little breaky break for a second. Everything is really on you. The world is on your shoulders when you step up and you have to play one-on-one basketball, and that means on the defensive end too. So, you know, T-Mac, he emphasizes defense as well in his league, which is so important and special because you're used to playing a make-it-take-it game at the park, and it's make it, take it. Now I get the ball back. It's the complete opposite here, which has made this completely unique.
Yeah, there are some rules that we continue to talk about that we are such big fans of. The loser's ball is one of those things because it is. You don't want someone to come in here and just dominate on the offensive end, boom, 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 and not have to play basketball.
That's boring. Nah, we want to see the guys get after it on defense too, and we see just that. But let's talk about our next matchup. George Beeman against Yoshi Craig.
This one's a good one. The records do not matter anymore. It is two big guys, 6'4", up against 6'2". Chicago versus New York City. George Beeman came into this one winning first place in LA, and Yoshi Craig, you see him here. Okay, doing a little John Moran. I like that.
Give me the little gritty work.
He was second in Chicago, made his way here as the number 8 seed overall, and here he is, standing tall in the semifinals of tonight's game.
And he already said it. He's doing it for his kids. Everything is for his 3 kids. On the other hand, George Beeman, religion plays a big part of his life. He prays before every game, and he's most grateful for the support of his mother, Deborah. He's doing it for her out there today, and he's also focused up on what it takes. He's played in the G League. He's played overseas. He has the swagger. He has the experience.
He was ranked 5th coming into tonight's game. So this is the number 5 seed going up against the number 8 seed. 2 guys who are similar in stature, 2 guys that play similar styles of basketball. Only one will move forward to the championship game.
Look at the fans. I think, what is it? It's t-shirt time or something like that. They're going to have some cool memorabilia to walk out of here with. Such a great turnout, too, in the crowd all around the Dollar Loan Center. It's packed in here, man. And it makes me super excited because we see young kids, parents. I think we're seeing aunts, uncles, cousins. It's like a family affair in here on a Saturday night. This is the place to be.
Thank you. It's so fun to watch Tracy McGrady look at what he has created, what his vision was, and see that vision come to life, because he is sitting courtside. You're getting the view that he gets right now. He is sitting courtside looking at the crowd. That crowd goes all the way up over that banner that you see OBL and Slam on. The crowd goes all the way up there, and he is seeing exactly what he has created. He's seeing it come to life, and it is such an incredible product that we've got going on here in Las Vegas.
Well, you think about that, too. We can't see too much of it, but we also have a VIP section here, too.
Oh,
where we got
Paul Pierce made his way right over there.
Exactly. So you got the place that's behind the stage where guys are chilling, networking, talking, so it's bigger than that. And taking another look at the standings, we are down to 4. And then there were 4. Yoshi Craig, George Beeman, that's what we have coming up next. And I'm like, come on now, we've been talking about it a lot. I'm ready to see this matchup.
Absolutely. Now, this is, again, we talked about this, how interesting this league is with how different the journeys of the guys to get here are. Now, I know we've talked about these guys earlier, but if you're just tuning in, George Beeman has been around. He's played overseas. He has played in the G League. Yoshi Craig, although he's trying to play professionally, that has not happened for him yet. And he's never played a professional basketball game before, but this OBL tournament, this OBL league, it is giving him a platform to stand on.
And you have to think, even the guys who has had some type of professional experience and you're going up against the ones who don't per se, it hasn't really made a difference in these games, which is why the platform is so important because it's showing that, yes, I am capable of being one of those guys being overseas, getting a check, or in any of these other important leagues. And Tracy McGrady has put them in place to show that.
Yeah, and we talked to a couple of players before the whole event started today, and one of the questions I asked was, what is one thing that you learned yesterday? And the answer is simple. Anybody can win.
Yep. Yep. When it comes down to it, it's you and me between these lines. The lights is on. It's time to perform. Rankings go out the window. And you just got to be ready to play basketball. It's as simple as that. Hoopers going to hoop. And the ones who are gritty and gets after it are going to be our winners.
So you don't have the view right now, but Yoshi Craig is in the hallway just hyping himself up before he makes his way onto the court for the second time today. A win in this semifinal game gets him a spot in the championship, wearing number 11 in that white jersey. There's Yoshi Craig.
Come on, come on. Hey, get it, Yoshi. I love the way he comes out with the swagger. Gotta hop around.
Can you imagine a Yoshi Craig, Uncle Scoob's final?
Oh boy, that would be a lot of fun. 2 lively guys who are really get after it, have a lot of personality, right?
All right, and now it's George Beeman making his way through the hallway. He's gonna meet up with Yoshi Craig on the foul line to start this one up. It is so crazy in here right now.
It is, and George Beeman, he puts a lot of his thanks to his faith. He actually almost, you know, he had a season-ending ankle injury when he was in college where he had fractured his ankle. He was completely done, down and out, and he said he looked at that as a blessing in disguise, and as we said, he was able to bounce back and play professionally at that point, but injuries are hard to bounce back from, and for him to be able to do that and to be able to be on this stage tonight, it's super special to him. So you see him throw his hands to the sky because, again, he's built on faith.
Yeah, and I mean, he knows this feeling all too well. He won first place in LA, but it was not an easy route for him. He was a big underdog in LA. He had to play in the 4-player play-in, then battle for the 8 seed, and then came out on top against Marcus Hall, who we saw earlier, or we saw yesterday, excuse me, go up against Uncle Scoobs. So let's see what these two guys have to say. Let's throw it down a case.
All right, Yoshi, how does it feel being part of the Final Four?
Man, it feels amazing, man. Truly a blessing, man. Be top 4 in the world, man, right now out of 190 players, man. It's a blessing. I just want to thank God. That's it.
Okay, so last game was kind of a blowout. What is your strategy going up against George today?
Hey, like I said, every game, just to win. Every game I said that, just to win.
All right, George, you are a step closer to winning $250,000. Are you getting nervous?
Nah, I don't get nervous, man. I'm too blessed to be nervous. I work too hard. I pray too much to be nervous. I'm here doing what God put me here to do, man. I'm just blessed.
So last game, you seemed to be a bit winded. Do you think you have enough stamina to get through this game?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm here to play, man. I'm here to get a win. Whatever I got to do. Winded, I don't really get winded. Y'all might have saw that, but I'm here to play, get busy, yo. Put on for my city.
And if you're to win $250,000, what are you going to do with the money?
I'm going to just take it in for a moment, pause, and just, it's a blessing for real, man. Take care of my family, help my mother out, man. She did so much for me, man. Just help others, show love, how Team X showed love to me, you know what I'm saying?
All right, good luck, you guys.
There's Casey, infamous Casey, setting the scene.
She's done such a phenomenal job asking the guys different questions and really getting us ready for these games. And their answers have always, been kind of the same in a sense where they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. But her question-asking ability has been really good to get us ready and getting going.
Unless it's white chocolate. He always comes out with something.
Yeah. It's always going to be the energy. But, yeah, Casey, she's done a phenomenal job on the sidelines for us since yesterday, and this whole entire tour, she's been a part of the experience. So shout out to Casey and all that she's been able to do with OBL.
Make sure y'all go follow her. It's Infamous Casey on Instagram, and she has been at every single one of these tournaments. So she's got footage. She's been there. She's got lots of pictures, videos up on her profile about the whole journey on how to get here. So let's get to it. 10 minutes on the clock. It's going to be Beeman Ball up top as he comes in as the higher seed. Beeman is in the blue. It's Yoshi Craig in the white. Beeman drives, great defense by Yoshi. Beeman doing what he does so well because he does have that long wingspan. Yoshi clears it real fast. There's gonna be no bucket there, but it is gonna be #1 foul on Beeman.
Now, I love to see that by Yoshi Craig. He's one of the first players that went and touched the three-point line. And then George Beeman, he had a very wild closeout, so he was able to blow by him on that closeout because it was like a touch-and-go scenario.
Beeman Ball up top. Still no points on the board. Beeman finds some space, puts up the long two, but he's fouled by Yoshi. Now each one of these guys has a foul to their name. Beeman real quick, and Yoshi's gonna get that foul, pulls Beeman to the ground. He does not want, that's a tie foul. He does not want Beeman to be able to put that hoop in. There are no easy buckets. Grabs him,
look at that,
and pulls him from behind. That's a second foul there on Yoshi Craig.
I mean, Yoshi went, he dapped him up after that. George, he accepted, the dap, and that's what it's all about. It's competitive. It's going to be nothing easy, especially when the winner go to the championship.
Beeman drives right, still in control, back to the basket, turns around, puts it up. Can't get it to fall, but Yoshi will pick up his third foul.
And that was quick, 8:31 on the clock. You have 3 fouls already. George Beeman, if I'm you, go at him. Continue to use that size. It seems as though Yoshi can't hold him. All he can do is foul him. And we see it here again, almost. I think that he even fouled on that one. Ref said, nah, we're gonna let him play on though.
Yoshi Craig now has the opportunity to play some offense. Gets right around his defender, puts it off the glass. A beautiful play by Yoshi Craig, and he gets the foul. That's the second on Beeman.
Ooh, and he lets out a little yell. I don't know what that one was all about, letting out some emotions out there. Both guys have given each other some hard fouls to start this one out.
Yoshi up top, drives. It's knocked away by Beeman. He'll get that ball back up top. Remember, the shot clock does not reset. He's got 5 seconds to put it up. Drives real quick, right to the right, and he's blocked by Beeman. That'll be his third foul.
So both of them are, I guess we can call it foul trouble, right? Both of them are in foul trouble pretty early into this game. So will this be one that kind of puts the emphasis on free throw shooting?
A nice step back three by Yoshi Craig, no good. The long rebound by Beeman. He's gonna put up the long two as well. That one cannot connect. And here's another one. This is what you get for chasing down those rebounds. You get some open shots, just cannot fall. That one's gonna go out of bounds and reset up top for Beeman.
Now Yoshi is more of a shooter than Beeman, so when he gets those opportunities for those free two-pointers, he has to knock those down.
Yoshi picks up another foul. It's gonna be Beeman ball up top, but that is the last foul that he has without putting Beeman to the line.
I'm in attack mode every time. Not settling for twos. Everything is downhill.
Beeman drives left, loses his footing a bit, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it off the glass, and that's A great box out there by Yoshi. He said, I see the shot clock is winding down. I just need you to not touch the ball again.
Exactly. And in turn, gets the ball back and has some time to operate.
Yoshi Craig drives.
Dump ball.
Yeah,
Defense.
that's great defense by Beeman.
Yeah. I like how he got his hands in there without fouling, especially since he is in foul trouble. Doesn't really have any to give, and I'm a little shocked that both guys are scoreless right now.
Yoshi. I wasn't even looking at that shot clock there. Yeah, that should have been a reset shot clock. The refs are on it. They said,
Not today. We not playing that game.
They're gonna put 8 seconds on the shot clock now.
Can we give it up for our refs? We got 3 out there. I think they've both been holding it down, being fair for the most part too, and calling it pretty even kill.
Yeah, and each of the referees was part of one or more of the tournaments around America. So they're coming from all over the country to be here in Las Vegas. That's gonna be a shot clock violation. It'll be George Beeman ball. Up top. He drives right, tries to get past the defender, pulls up a beautiful stop and pop right outside of the block for the first point in this game. Someone has put something on the scoreboard.
Well, I like that by George Beeman because he used his reach to get that simple little teardrop so close to the basket that last time. Other times he's been trying to go all the way in, which has worked in his favor because Yoshi Craig has been picking up some foul calls, and now George Beeman just actually picked up his 4th.
Yeah, that's gonna be...
Have a timeout by the ref?
Yeah, they're just making sure they got that one locked in. That's 4 fouls on each of those. So for the next 4.5 minutes, any foul that happens, we're going to see foul shots. And again, those foul shots are worth the same amount of points as a bucket.
Great defense. Good hands by George Beeman being on it. Now you know with someone like Yoshi Craig, he likes to spin. So George Beeman does a good job of just having the right timing to get his hands in there. But
yeah, that's going to be a carry, a traveling violation on George Beeman there. So Yoshi Craig gets the opportunity back up top with 4 minutes to go to put some points on the board. That one's knocked out of bounds.
George he's playing that defense. He's using his length and his long arms to really impose his will on Yoshi any chance that he gets. He's not fouling as much anymore, just playing clean defense.
Beeman pulls up for the long 2. That one's short. At the 3.5 minute mark, you know their legs are screaming right now. This is their second game of the day.
Yeah, both guys are super tired. George Beeman, to already begin with, he's not a 2-point shooter. He really likes getting to the hoop. So any 2-pointer that I feel like he takes is going to really be a force in a sense where it's like, this is not what I do. I like getting to the cup.
Yeah, and Yoshi Craig right there got to the cup. He tied it up 1-1. This is a very low scoring game. We're approaching the 3-minute mark, puts up the long 2, no good. Yoshi, this is what Yoshi does. He gets outside, tries to get the defender to get out there real quick for a closeout and then blow by him. He can't get it to go, puts it up. That one is no good, and that's gonna be out of bounds. George Beeman ball.
That was smart to just let that one go. You walk.
Oh, excuse me, that's Yoshi Craig ball. They're saying it is tipped out.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't see that. So the shot clock shouldn't reset. We'll have 4 seconds to score. Time is ticking. The score is only 1-1, KJ.
Score is 1-1. We talked about defense in that last game. Yoshi Craig giving it all he had there. That's a shot clock violation. George Beeman really thought that he got the ball in his possession before that buzzer when he had an open 2.
I personally did too, so I understand his sentiments. Ref says no, so if that's what it is, that's what it is. We got a timeout on the floor. Let's go back and see. I mean, we don't have too many highlights, right, when it comes to offense.
1 and 2.
1 and 2, that's it. The score is tied at 1-1. Defense has played a big factor for both of the guys where they gave some fouls earlier on, and now with 2:24 left in this one, I think obviously we're not going to see someone get to 9. It's just going to be whoever can score the most points before the buzzer sounds.
Yeah, and remember, we did have a tie game yesterday. There is rules for tie, but that means you just got to keep playing. And at this rate, these guys are tired already. This is their second game of the day. It gets more and more intense the further we get on into this tournament. And so I think extra time is not a good thing, I don't think, if you're out there.
No, not at all. If At this point, you're trying to go to the championship game. You want a little bit of rest before that. You also want to be able to just kick back and watch your opponent, and you're going to be seeing all this time coming off the clock. If you play the full 10 minutes and then say your opponent in the next game doesn't, that could potentially give them the upper hand when it comes to that final round.
Especially because they're so close together.
Yep.
You know, the 2 games, if you had to play in the play-in tournament yesterday, you had a little bit of time off.
Yep.
All right, Beeman can't connect, but gets his offensive rebound. 3 seconds to go, and Yoshi's gonna get called with the foul, and that's gonna put Beeman at the line.
So they have to go, right, and shoot these free throws because the time is still running on the clock. It doesn't stop for anything. We're down to 1:59. Score still 1-1. Can Beeman break the ice? No.
That's got to be a disappointing blow.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way he's staring at. He's like, Rim, you betrayed me.
Yoshi backing it up, getting momentum. He's quick already, but he gets a few extra steps. Great defense once again by Beeman.
Give me that twice.
Not 2 blocks by Beeman. Yoshi cannot connect, and there's another shot clock violation. Great defense by George Beeman. I cannot say that enough.
And T-Mac, he's clapping. He's like, I love to see that. The defense is what's saving George Beeman right now, where his offense is not connecting. But, again, someone got to score. Someone got to get something going. Can we see a bucket? Show me something right now, George Beeman.
George Beeman, the and 1 turnaround bucket to take the lead.
Look at
2-1.
Got him out of his seat on that one, fixing the bucket hat.
Yoshi, he's got to respond. He goes up off the glass, no good. Great little tip away there by George Beeman. That should be Yoshi ball up top, and Yoshi's going to take a timeout.
I think this is a smart timeout right now. 50 seconds left, score is 2-1. Obviously, Yoshi is nowhere out of it, but at the same time, we've seen the great things that can happen out of timeouts for the person whose ball is going to be. But they're actually trying to figure out whose ball it is exactly going to be.
It should be Yoshi's ball.
So George Beeman, I think he's kind of hitting himself over the head because he's like, had I known it was going to be Yoshi's ball, I would have actually went and got it, I think.
I mean, he tipped it. He tipped it off the rebound. You know what I mean? Like, it was the rebound. So he tipped it away from Yoshi.
So he last touched it, so therefore it'll be Yoshi's ball regardless.
Oh, we got a little rapper.
Okay.
Can we get a camera on him?
Turn me up. Hey. Hey. Hey, he got some bars.
Gotta go all out.
You have to have so much confidence to be that young to go out there in front of the crowd of people and do that, but he's putting on an absolute show.
I've always wondered what it was like to be like a cool kid.
Man.
Couldn't be me.
I couldn't do that part or aspect of it. One thing I can shout out my parents too, they've always made sure I was fly, right? My dad used to stand in the line with me to get sneakers. We used to go to the releases at the Foot Lockers and stuff when they had it that way. Now it's a little different. You got to do raffles and all this other stuff. So I can say from a little dressing standpoint, I was always with the times. But to go out there and be a performer, I couldn't ever.
50.8 seconds.
I think we got some water on the floor. They're trying to make sure it's cleared up for the guys before they go back out there. We can't have anybody slipping and potentially hurting themselves. So we got all hands on deck to clean it up, get the water off the floor.
The score is 2-1. George Beeman leads the way, and they are going to give him the ball. I wonder if what happened is he may be the last person to have touched it. He tipped it out, but if that shot clock was winding down and it hit zero.
I think they called a shot clock violation.
There you go.
Obviously, we don't have anybody over here kind of like fetching us what's happening, so our observation skills have to be on point when it comes to these calls.
That's the only way that I can see that being the correct call, because that's another big difference between 5-on-5 basketball and 1-on-1 basketball, is that if it touches the rim, you don't just get a reset shot clock. So that could be what happened. Yoshi put it up, and even though Beeman was the last person to touch that ball, if that hit zero, there's also no like out of bounds up top. It's just people.
Yeah, it's just people standing there. So maybe I don't know. It's not going to bounce off of like grandma's knee and be like, my ball, you know?
Not grandma's knee. Apologize for his delay, everyone, but take a look at Paul Pierce.
Right. He's so hyped. Like, Paul Pierce is the ultimate hype man. He gets into it. He like, come on, y'all, I'm ready to get playback started. But he also understands the magnitude of like, yes, the floor has to be clean.
Oh,
Look at him.
He's making sure. He
put his feet into it right. These Jordans gonna get this floor clean.
He's like, all right, if my force can stick, then we're good.
Exactly.
I'm looking fly in that
I'm
linen all white.
Okay.
Some all white.
Come on, Paul Pierce with the swag. Don't play with him.
All right, let's get back to the action. George Beeman up top. From a very long timeout, a burst of energy, cannot get it. And Yoshi, great box out there. He wants that offensive position. He's not giving him another chance to put it up. You get one and done.
Exactly, especially against a bigger guy. You've got to put an emphasis on boxing out. Long shot, follows his rebound just off of Yoshi's fingertips.
Yoshi, I don't mind that move. He puts up the long two.
And he follows it.
Follows it and really tries to get that because he knows that he has athleticism. He knows that he has hops. He thought he would be able to get that offensive rebound and have a good look at the glass.
Well, listen, we got 30 seconds left.
Beeman, the turnaround jumper. That one's good. He takes a 2-point lead.
Look at Paul Pierce. Give me the push-up, Paul Pierce. Here's that. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Paul Pierce just tripped the ref doing push-ups on the sideline. Matt. Yoshi, time's running out. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He puts it up. That one's no good. Oh. 11.5 seconds left to go. We got to get that clip for the ref. Him falling over Paul Pierce doing push-ups.
He's like, come on, man, Paul Pierce. Sit down somewhere. Please, please sit down.
Yoshi's going to take the quick foul and put Beeman at the line.
Mark.
Beeman has struggled from the line.
Yeah, so we'll see right here. Can he lock in and focus? 10.9 seconds left. And you know what they say, free throws win games.
He ices that one. It is 4-1.
Yoshi needs a 2 right here, absolutely.
He puts up the deep, deep, deep 2. That one is off the mark, and that could seal it.
Yep.
That could seal it. There's 4 seconds left to go.
Come on! Beeman. Come on! Oh, okay. He still won, though. It don't matter. George Beeman to the championship. Didn't I call that one?
George Beeman, the 31-year-old from New York, from Manhattan College, the 3rd leading scorer of all time in his college, is continuing to make a name for himself. He moves on to the championship game. He is 1 step closer. He is 10 minutes away from $250,000.
Wow, it's starting to get real right now. George is having a conversation with Paul Pierce. Absolutely loving it, man. I don't know what they're saying over there, but of course it's probably terms of endearment.
Yeah, one NBA legend, one NBA champ, and one guy making a legendary name for himself in this inaugural season in the OBL. You love to see it.
I mean, imagine being the very first. No one can ever take that away from you. The first winner in this one's basketball league. Let's see how George Beeman was able to do it. First, impose his will by using that stop and pop. It was all about the strength. Yoshi Craig was able to respond, but that would be his lone point of the evening. Again, George Beeman back to the basket. I can spin, I can make those moves, and I'ma do it again. If it ain't broke, there's no need to fix it.
Here we go. We are 2 minutes away from the second semifinal game of the night. It is the winner of Game 3. Uncle Scoobs, a fan favorite. Scoob is here after winning the tournament in DMV. And it is winner of Game 4, John Jordan. JJ coming here as the winner from Houston. 2 winners coming in. You love to see this. Both of these guys are fan favorites, which is kind of a cool thing to have in the semifinal game. It's either going to be really heartbreaking or really heartwarming.
Man, I mean, this is incredible. It's giving me, again, like those March Madness vibes. You got 2 of the 2 going up against each other. This is kind of reminding me of, I'm a UNC fan, right? We had UNC and Duke go up against each other for the first time ever in the Final Four. Now we're going to see some lovely competition between 2 guys who can absolutely flat out do it.
Let's set the scene for these 2 guys. We're 1 minute away from action. Kevin Coote, Uncle Scoob, 29 years old from Lanham, Maryland. Now, he fell in love with basketball watching street ball, so this is very much in his nature, in his wheelhouse. He's going up against John Jordan, a 30-year-old from Houston, Texas, who played ball at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and he's played all over Europe and overseas, and he has a lot of experience in professional, but we've seen sometimes that doesn't necessarily give him a leg up. It means he has, I mean, both these guys, hey, I mean, Scoops has never played professional basketball. And you know, he feels like he can.
Yep.
He teaches kids.
Yep. And when I talked to him about that, I said, why do you think you haven't gotten an opportunity to play overseas? He said, because my opportunity right now is to be here and to make a name for myself. So he said God had a different calling for me. But winning this could give him that opportunity to actually play overseas and have scouts see him. And let's just check out Paul Pierce again. He's the life of the party right now. Everybody's surrounding him. He was just getting some shots up or whatever. He's feeling it. He's trying to play some basketball himself. Got the fans around him taking pictures. We see you, Paul Pierce.
It's so important when, obviously this league is created by Tracy McGrady, but to have NBA legends, Hall of Famers pull through on the inaugural season, not only does it mean so much for just the community here, all these kids taking pictures with Paul Pierce over there, but to be one of these guys and someone like Uncle Scoops, who has never played professionally, who's never had, you know, the basketball handed to him on a silver platter, like how cool is it? You've got Paul Pierce here watching you front row, cheering you on.
And the thing is about Paul Pierce, he probably doesn't know these guys really, but he's acting like it. And that's the type of camaraderie that basketball gives you, especially in a setting like this. It makes you feel like you have a relationship with these players. You see the way that they're out there competing and going so hard, and now you're a part of that right now. But let's get to it, the matchups.
Kevin Coote, Uncle Scoob, standing 6'1", 185 pounds again. He's got a little bit of a leg up on John Jordan, who's only 5'10", about the same weight. He's from Houston, Texas, but hey, John Jordan was he was smaller than the matchup that he had coming into this one. He's been a smaller guy in every matchup he had coming up all the way through, and he has proved himself to be a competitor despite having, you know, a few less inches. So here we go. This is Uncle Scoop, 29 years old from Maryland. He's got this. Let's go. Let's go. He went to 4 different schools in 4 years, and he says that is his fault. But he's mature now. He's Uncle Scoob. He's not Scoob anymore.
Well, he says he's Uncle Scoob because he has nieces and nephews, so he graduated to that. On the other hand, John Jordan, JJ, he's been in Romania. He's played in Ukraine. He's been humbled by seeing so many different experiences by being overseas, so he's very blessed to play here in the States, being able to do so in front of his friends and family. And he's a competitor. And he was in Romania, actually, when T-Mac reached out. He flew back that Friday night from Romania to Texas to play in the tournament. So what does that say about him? He's super dedicated and willing to sacrifice for something that he believes in.
Yeah, T-Mac gave him the call. T-Mac was like, you got to get your booty back here.
I would have been like, okay, T-Mac, I'm on the first thing smoking. Don't you even worry.
There you go. You can get a look at JJ walking through the hallway. Intense as always.
Yep.
He is the nicest person off the court.
Yes, he
But
is.
if you were to tell me that right now with how intense he gets before games.
Nah, he was a little scary. I ain't gonna lie to you. Scary in the best way, right? Like, yeah, I'm coming in here to win this thing. JJ, John Jordan.
Locked in. Let's go. He shoots that arrow in the sky. Let's get it done.
Listen, the DJ got us bumping in here to see this. Everybody who's in the court area kind of standing up, and they're ready for this one to go. And with that being said, we're gonna pass it over to Casey.
All right, Scoop, that was a pretty big celebration after the last game. How are you going to carry on the momentum?
You got to keep it going, man. 2 more. We're not done yet.
Street ball's a lot different from one-on-one. What has been the biggest obstacle?
Really just
you got the whole floor, so you got to guard on the whole floor. That's really the hardest part. You know what I mean? There's no help. So you got to bone up. Pause.
John, any nerves now that you're one step closer to $250,000?
No, I actually feel better. I always get better the more I play. I feel better right now. I feel really, really good. Lively audience, great production. This is what it's all about. We in Vegas, baby.
You said you aren't motivated by money, but what are you going to do with the money if you win?
Make a couple personal investments, and help out my family, and just help out my community, help out anybody in need.
Awesome. Good luck, you guys.
Here we go. Here we go. Make some noise.
There we go. Casey doing what she does, setting the scene. We got John Jordan, the number 2 ranked player, the highest ranked player in today's entire tournament. Kevin Coote, Uncle Scoobs, the 11th seed coming in for this one, the underdog. The winner of this semifinal game faces George Beeman in the championship game for, you heard it, $250,000.
I'm so excited. We've been waiting for this moment, right? The final game before the championship. Both of these guys, I think they're going to match up against one another pretty well. They both have speed, can shoot the two, excuse me. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. Again, this could be another one of those games that really come down to the wire.
It's going to be JJ first. He can't even get the ball, and JJ puts it up. That one's no good, but he did that yesterday. He does the rip through to try and get that foul call. That one just didn't work in his favor.
Yeah, we called that the James Harden right there. Uncle Scoob didn't bite on it, so it works out in his favor, retains possession up top.
Scoob puts up the long 2, no good. JJ, the rebound, he pulls it out, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sizing down his defender, gets to the left side. Really trying to use his body there. There's going to be no bucket, but Scoob is going to be called for the foul.
Not a bad foul right there by Scoob, mainly because you didn't let JJ get that and one. Got to check ball back up top.
JJ up top, clock running down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He loses his dribble a bit there, but comes back, the crossover and step back fade away. That one is good for the first bucket of this semifinal game.
That's very, very tough defense by Uncle Scoob. Even better offense by JJ.
Uncle Scoob puts up the long 2.
That's how he got himself going in the last game to get here to this Final Four.
JJ, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
The rip through works on this one, and that's the second foul now on Scoob. That's exactly what JJ's looking to do.
And I like that move. He doesn't bite on the first one. Second time, though, I know I'm going to get you with it. Why? Because this is my go-to. Now I have the opportunity to blow by you. That is Uncle Scoob's second foul.
That's his third now.
Oh, and it's early to have 3 fouls, so 8:22 left on the clock.
A burst of speed there by JJ as he gets by Uncle Scoob. Uncle Scoob really crowding his space up top. JJ showing off his handles, gets to the left. Great defense there by Scoob. That's going to be his 4th foul. So we are not even 2 minutes in, Ty. And every foul from here on out, that's going to result.
I don't like that one. I thought that was a clean strip. That's 4 fouls by Uncle Scoob now. And a quick 4 fouls.
Yeah, that's 4 fouls to no fouls. That's 4 to 0.
Look at this again. Look at this again. He's going, he's with them, he's showing his hands the whole time. That's a clean strip. Now, I feel like JJ was able to emphasize it a little bit more. His little jump out made it seem like he got hit hard.
Earlier today, he said, by any means necessary, and that's one of them. A little acting never hurt anyone, and he gets another one to fall. He ties this up now, 2-2. Uncle Scoob. Drives. Gets right past the defender. That's the first offensive foul that we have seen.
Wait, what's the call?
That's the first offensive foul that we have seen in this tournament. No shot, offensive foul.
We see it on the replay. He hit JJ in the face as he was going up, so I would say that is the right foul. But no free throws on the offensive foul, so something to emphasize. JJ will be in the bonus otherwise.
JJ, quick little crossover. Doing everything, got him on skates, goes up, and there's another foul on Uncle Scoob. That's his That's going to be 5, so it is going to be in bonus. JJ's going to go to the line now. And remember, a foul shot is the same amount of points as a bucket, so these are so important. And for the next 6.5 minutes, JJ will be at the line every time Uncle Scoop makes a foul.
So I don't want Uncle Scoop to be less aggressive because I really do think that it's good defense. But maybe instead of swiping down, he should swipe up to try to get those steals. That's a big emphasis in college basketball. You see it called in the NBA. So I feel as though that's the way that the refs are calling it right now. So on the other hand,
big defense by JJ right there. We talk about how every single one of these possessions counts, and he just got himself another offensive possession. JJ, a little hezzy, shimmy, shake goes up, and another foul call on Scoop. JJ will go to the line. If you're JJ, you gotta keep attacking.
I mean, at this point, yeah, you get to shoot free throws every single time. You see the way that the refs are calling it. So obviously, if I'm JJ, I'm going to the rim. I'm trying to get this free money.
There we go. He connects from the stripe. He takes the lead 4-2. Leads mean nothing in this league, though. We have seen how quickly they can dissolve. Oh, what are you doing there, buddy? He's gonna be called for the foul there. I think everyone was a little confused on what happened. He went up for the shot, changed his mind while he was in the air, put it down. He's gonna be called for the travel to be JJ ball.
Yeah, Uncle Scoop, he already knew he couldn't do that one right there, but he has to get a stop right here. I think this is potentially a little bit of a danger zone because of how good JJ is.
JJ, he finds a lot of space down on the block. He's able to create a ton of space for himself. It made it look easy on the right-hand side. Uncle Scoop from deep, no good.
Yeah, I was curious, like, how are you going to respond in this instance? But, oh, that's a foul. Good foul, though.
JJ gets his first foul there.
Yeah, because he knows, had he not fouled in that situation, Uncle Scoop, he goes back, touches the 2-point line, and he was going to be off to the races.
I think JJ might be saying that he's got some blood on his jersey.
I wonder, does this, you know, change anything if you have to get fixed up, slows the game down? Will it be a momentum swing when you have to get blood up? We haven't had this circumstance actually happen. It gives Uncle Scoop some rest, and JJ as well, but oh, maybe his mic came undone. I believe the guys are mic'd up,
okay,
so underneath his chest. So
that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's blood. They're trying to get his mic
there we go.
Yeah, I see it.
He was calling for help from someone. He's like, I don't know who I need, but someone in here, something is loose, something's feeling it. And hey, you know what? This actually could be beneficial for these guys. Right. It is tiring to play one-on-one basketball, but in order to, you know, have a quick breather, this could work in someone's favor. And I like to think it could work in Uncle Scoop's favor.
Yeah, because he's going over to his corner. He had a little conversation to talk about things that he can do better. The mic pack situation is sort of unfortunate because they have to get him right back. That's our guy over there on the audio, so he's getting that fixed in. We're back to action.
All right, let's go. Uncle Scoop ball up top. Under 4.5 minutes left to go. He puts a little jelly. That one was so close.
Yep. The way to follow his shot to get his own rebound.
Yep, and that is why you go for your offensive rebound. Puts it up for 2 points. It is now just a 1-point game. And just like that, he is back in this game.
And I like to say the timeout did work in his favor. He was able to re-energize, follow his own shot, get his own rebounds, but now he has to get a stop on D.
JJ's got 3 seconds on the shot clock. That is called out of bounds. It's going to be Uncle Scoop. It's going to be Uncle Scoop ball up top. He's down by 1. Under 4 minutes of play. Drives right, turns it back around. He pulls it out for the 2. Woo!
Oh my goodness!
And just like that, Uncle Scoop.
He says, talk to me nice. I was down, but I'm not out.
Uncle Scoop takes the lead 6-5, but a quick reaching foul is going to put JJ on the line. He could tie this right up too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that foul by Uncle Scoop. Why foul that far away from the basket on the hand in? So now this is free points and free money for JJ. He's not missing those.
No, JJ's a good shooter. JJ's been a good shooter. He's been consistent this entire weekend. And now Uncle Scoop's got it back. It's 6-6. He's up top, 8 seconds on the shot clock, puts it up from deep. That one's no good. JJ takes a look back, finds himself some space. And another foul on Uncle Scoop is gonna put JJ to the line.
So So the free throw line has really been where JJ has been able to capitalize. He hasn't had to work for a lot of his buckets because for majority of this game, Scoob has been in foul trouble.
Yeah, from the jump, I think he had his first 4 fouls within the first 2 minutes of this game.
Literally, and JJ, again, he's capitalizing.
There we go, JJ takes the lead, 7-6. It is 1st to 9, or at the end of this 2 minutes and 15 seconds. There's gonna be a timeout called by JJ. You don't often see the defensive player taking the timeout because this is really beneficial for the offensive guy.
But look at Uncle Scoob, he's bobbing his head. He's just trying to stay locked in, stay focused, and he needs a bucket when he comes out of this timeout. I think he absolutely already knows that. It's $250K on the line. Let's see how we've gotten to this point in the game. 7-6 right now. JJ leads it. Uncle Scoob has been able to keep the momentum going by getting some quick 2s. Doesn't matter. JJ is a force when it comes to attacking that basket.
But it has been those 2s that has kept Uncle Scoobs alive. Just when you thought he was out, he bam, 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 and he is right here, staying alive against JJ.
Have you ever seen the meme where it was like, where you hear, when you hear the bang and it's on your team? That is the worst feeling ever, and that's what Uncle Scoob is doing.
It's gonna be Scoob's ball up top. 7-6. 2 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. 12 seconds on the shot clock. It is anybody's game.
It is. This has been a good one, just like we anticipated. And
Scoob gets it to fall, plus the foul. Now that is just JJ's second foul. So he still has 2 more to give.
Right, but that was a crucial foul in a sense where Uncle Scoob is able to tie that one up. We'll see if JJ, can he respond?
JJ gets to the right. Doesn't have the body control he would want at the glass, cannot connect.
But a foul.
Another foul, and JJ, he's laughing at the foul line.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so like at this point, that is where he's potentially going to win the game. And Uncle Scoob, you know, he'll probably smack himself on the thigh when he goes back and thinks about how many free points that he's given up. JJ hasn't had to work for those.
8-7. Oh, that's a big foul. That's a big foul.
Yep.
Scoob is fouled on the shot.
The clock is running though, so that's something else that we have to put the emphasis on. It's a minute left. The only reason why they stopped it right now is to...
It's under a minute. Here we go. Scoob pulls up for 2, puts it up. There's another foul on JJ. That's his 4th foul now. The next one will result in bonus. Both these guys have the opportunity to go to the line now. A deep 2 that could have iced it. JJ grabs the ball. He's gonna take a timeout.
Man, I thought that was gonna be the one to end it right there by Uncle Scoob.
Let's reiterate this. There's 47 seconds on the clock. The score is 8-7. A 2-pointer for either of these guys wins it, obviously, but if that would have gone in for Uncle Scoob, that would have iced it right there because it is win by 1. None of this win by 2 stuff. It is first man to 9 points.
Man, and that's what makes this league so great, only having the opportunity to win by 1. Now, when you come out of this timeout, you have to think about it. Uncle Scoob, I'm down by 1 point, 47 seconds left. JJ has been an amazing free throw shooter. I don't think you automatically think about giving up the foul. I think you have to let JJ dribble it and potentially get a shot clock violation, and then Uncle Scoob can get that ball back to operate. And then if you're JJ at this point, you have to do what you do. Try to continue to get to the cup. You know that you've been imposing your will on Uncle Scoob and making the refs give you those foul calls. So right now, both of these guys have a lot on the line.
We talk about this all the time, the offensive player having that burst of energy in this first possession, and it is game point right now for JJ. If he scores in this possession, it is game over. A little fake, he keeps it alive, goes up on the right-hand side, He's going to have to earn it on the stripe. And that is, you know what, it's all sportsmanship, but that's the kind of foul you need when he has 8 points at the bucket. You do not want to give him anything easy. So because it's 8 points, he's got to make 2 foul shots in a row to win this game.
Yep, Uncle Scoop absolutely has a foul right there. So we'll see, does JJ continue the hot streak from the stripe? It's been ice water in his veins so far.
His Houston family in the corner with the horns up. I love to see this. This foul shot could bring this man to the championship game.
It's done. Man, what a tough competition. JJ saying it's Houston in the house. Put some respect on my name, but of course the opponents dap one another up. Uncle Scoop, again, we speak to his character, an amazing guy, represented for the DMV to the fullest. But now the championship, we know who it's gonna be.
John Jordan stamps his ticket to the championship game. There is 10 minutes of basketball between John Jordan, George Beeman, and $250,000.
You don't even know. I'm so excited, but let's recap this one. It was so close. It came down to the wire. JJ to the cup every single time. Uncle Scoop was able to respond with some 2-pointers of his own. But when it came down to it, it was the physicality that set this one apart and the free throw line where JJ was able to seal the deal.
It is time for the OBL Baby Challenge, and I have with me Debbie from Vegas, Hussein from Vegas, Alyssa from Vegas, and Jamari from Tennessee.
All right, Ty, let's talk about this real quick. John Jordan just finished this game 1 minute ago.
Yep.
And he is heading into the championship game against George Beeman, who finished maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 at max.
Yep. How
Does
much
that
of a
play
difference
to
does
it?
that make? Yeah, I would say absolutely. We saw how winded right George Beeman was in his game, and it was an absolute battle against Yoshi Craig. So now he gets that rest, and he also got to watch his opponent, JJ, where he gets to get the sauce, right? See what he has to do in order to win in this final round.
And this is a really interesting one. The final is going to be so exciting. We've got 2 guys, one guy who won in Houston, one guy who won in LA. They're battling it out. We have one guy, George Beeman, who's bigger, longer, and then John Jordan, a 5'10" guy coming in who uses his speed and his athleticism. So let's go. Let's see. The road to Vegas right now. We're about to have the championship game here. It is all on the line. Let's see how we got here.
King of the court, man.
Atlanta, all the way back, man. Let's go. Yee!
I see y'all in Vegas. Chicago, show up, show out. OBL is in New York City. We're in Brooklyn right now.
This is hers.
I ain't do it for nothing else.
This is DMV. Some real hoopers came out of here.
I'm destined for it. Hey, T-Mac, I need 250 now, man.
Give me one word to describe the type of atmosphere.
Go that. Intense. Welcome into the Dollar Loan Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the Ones Basketball Championship weekend as we get set to crown the ruler of the court, who will take home $250,000.
I manifested that. I'm gonna be sitting in that chair right there. I'm gonna take my shoes off when I walk up the red carpet.
These are the thinkers of the game. Every little step and movement that you make truly does matter.
6 cities. It's Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, DMV, and then of course LA. It is games like that that is the vision of what this OBL tournament is. It is what T-Mac wanted when he said, you know what, let's make this one-on-one basketball league. He knows that that was a huge win.
It's been a battle from the beginning for you, but you're here. You're playing against our undefeated player. How you feeling?
See you later, homie. Move on.
This is what it all comes down to. The elite of the elite. We got the pros pro, John Jordan, repping H-Town. The silent assassin, Darian Davis from the NYC. Mario Smith has been breaking ankles all season long. What about Uncle Scoot, who believes he's destined for greatness? And the underdog, Zach Rads, has gained everyone's respect. The great OG of the game, White Chocolate, has shook up the world. George Beeman is one of New York's finest and took the OBL outside. Yoshi Craig defines the grit and grind of Chicago, the Chi-Town. It's all heart, it's all hustle, it's all love. Who will be the ruler of the OBL?
This platform is the foundation of basketball. There's a lot of untapped talent out here. That's why I built this league. It's about opportunity.
May the best man win.
It's one-on-one, baby. In this journey to the championship, the number one guy will get $10,000 for winning that region. The top 3 guys from each city is gonna get the invite to Vegas to win $250,000.
Welcome to the OBL. You better bring your A game.
I'm looking to create superstars. By the time we reach Vegas, I think everybody is gonna catch on.
You open that door, coming through. Bye-bye. Thank you, T-Mac.
This is gonna be the hottest thing that you'll ever see.
I see y'all in Vegas.
Because we coming.
Welcome back inside the Dollar Loan Center. You see it here, $250,000. And only 10 minutes of basketball between either John Jordan, George Beeman, and that cash sitting up on that throne as one of these guys will be crowned the ruler of the court in the inaugural OBL season. It has all come down to this.
Man, it really has a ring to it. To be the first ever champ in the Ones Basketball League, that's something that you'll be able to tell your kids, your parents, whoever, for the rest of your life. This is such an amazing opportunity. And this is what we've all been waiting for. This is what the guys have grinded for the last two who are standing, JJ and George Beeman.
Let's get to it, though. We talk about this money, Ty, and you had the opportunity to talk to these guys before the game, and we said it earlier on, but if you're tuning into the championship game right now, these guys have such cool things that they want to do, and it's of course take care of my family, it's of course this and that, but they've got plans with this money. What do these guys want to do with the 250?
Well, in particular, JJ, he plans on making a personal investment into a jump and exercise program. So he's big into fitness. He's maybe gonna have an app come out, something super cool and unique. George Beeman, he's a family type of guy, right? He's gonna make this money to take care of him and his biggest supporter in his life, who is his mother, Deborah. So both of these guys, they're gonna do different things with this cash, and it's gonna be life-changing for them.
Here we go. Number one guy, John Jordan. He won it all in Houston, in his hometown of Houston. He's 30 years old. His family is here. He played basketball all around. He's been overseas. He's been in Romania. He's been in Germany. And let's go. He's also been at every tournament. And it's an advantage for him, he says, because he's been able to scout. And one of the guys that he's been able to scout is a guy that won it all in LA. You're looking at George Beeman right now, the 31-year-old from New York City, went to Manhattan College, played overseas. He's played in the G League, so two guys who have played professionally have rose to the top of this OBL League, of this OBL Championship Tournament weekend here in Las Vegas. And the buzzer is off, Ty. We are ready to go.
Man, I'm so excited. Words can't describe how it feels in here. The atmosphere is still jumping. Both guys are ready to compete. That's what it's all about, to make it to this point where it's only going to be two left standing.
Here we go. You see everyone that they have knocked out along the way. There was 8 guys standing this morning.
Right.
There is 2 guys left standing right now as the championship game gets ready to go. And we rewind. In the 6 cities across America, they got the 3 top guys from those cities plus 4 wild cards that started off yesterday. We had the play-in. We had the round of 16. We hit the quarterfinals today, the semifinals you just tuned in for, and now you are here watching the championship game between George Beeman, the number 5 ranked George Beeman, coming into this, taking on John Jordan, who is ranked number 2 at the start of this whole thing. It doesn't get better than this, Ty.
It doesn't, and right now, rankings are out the window. It doesn't matter. Score is 0-0. JJ just actually had a very tough matchup where he won 9-7 over Uncle Scoob, but now it's time to see who's gonna be the ruler of the court, baby. That's what it's all about. Shout out to our partners once again, Showtime Basketball, Playmaker, Slam, and Heart and Hustle Productions.
This is what it's all come down to. It has been going since April. We are now here, ready to crown the champion. It got more exciting when they came out with the 250 cash, let me say that.
Come on. Anytime you see some cash, it's gonna make you dance a little bit, right? Your mind's gonna get that much more focused because you know you're so close to it. You are 10 minutes or 9 points away from winning all of this money. And we in Vegas, baby. What you gonna do with that money? I might go out and be generous and gamble a little bit tonight, spread the wealth, throw a little party or something. I don't even know. But it's super exciting to see. But let's go over the rules for the final time.
1-on-1 basketball. It is a 10-minute basketball game or a first player to 9 points. Now, foul shots, they're worth 1 usually, but if you're at 8, if it's a game point, you gotta make 2. We're already at single elimination. No one's eliminated now. This is for all the chips. Winner of this game is going home with the cash you saw on that throne. They're going home with 250,000 big ones. I feel like I'm like deal or deal. I'm like $250,000.
You gotta say it that way though, because that is a whole lot of money. But why is all this money on the line? Because of the beliefs that T-Mac had and the vision that he put out for the Ones Basketball League. He wanted to bring opportunity and joy and community, and he's on a mission to inspire and create more opportunity for the athletes and fans through a new sports platform. This is the inaugural basketball season for OBL, and man, it's been such an amazing one. So shout out to T-Mac. You see his family in that picture with him. A big reason why he does it, and you can already know it, he's one of the best one-on-one basketball players, so I say, ever graced the court at the NBA level. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. He's the guy who put all of his love and heart into this league.
And we talk about opportunity because we talk about the platform that this league is giving guys like George Beeman, like John Jordan, like these guys who have or have not played professional, young and old, throughout the country. This is what it is all about. This is what it has come down to. $250,000 is life-changing. Both of these guys have won $10,000, one in Houston, one in LA for winning their respective tournaments. Let's just add to the bank.
Can I just hold $1, please?
George Beeman making his way onto the court now. He's got his two buddies behind him. This is it. This is the start of something that could change your whole life.
Pats his chest. Talked about it earlier on if you're just tuning in. George Beeman is built off of faith. He's a guy who reads his Bible, prays a lot, super faith-based, and that's how he's gotten to this point thus far. And of course his basketball skills, right, but that is what he prides himself off of.
Yeah, he went to Manhattan College. He's the third leading scorer of all time at that college, has played in the G League, has played overseas, and we said this before, a huge underdog even coming into the OBL.
Yep.
He had to play in the play-in in LA, eventually taking over and winning that entire thing.
I mean, I'm always here for a underdog story. They're one of my favorites, right? It's something that sticks with you in your head because that guy out there who you see dribbling the basketball really had to work his tail off to get here. But we have another guy who's making his way onto the court, and that's John Jordan, the number 2 seed.
John Jordan, a huge favorite coming into this one, played ball at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. He's got his family here too. They stand in the corner with their thumb and pinky up.
Look at it right there. They're throwing it up already. They're super excited to watch him go at it again. So something to reiterate, John Jordan didn't have as much rest as George Beeman. He was that first semifinal game, but let's pass it over to Casey.
Let's get to business, man. I'm here to work, man. Like I said, I'm doing this for the Lord, man. Pray and work, that's all I know, regular.
So there's one person standing in between you, $250,000, and the title of OBL's first champion. What is the game plan?
I don't got no picks, like I said. Whoever in front of me, I'm gonna go out there and give it my all. Use the God-given talent that God gave me just to manifest my dream, you know what I'm saying? And let that continue to take me, I mean, walk by faith, always.
Always. John,
Let's
talk
go.
to me. How are you feeling?
Say it again.
How are you feeling today?
I feel great, man. Shout out to OBL Hoops, man. We in Las Vegas, Nevada, man. This is all about. You know what I mean? Let's get active. Let's get active, man. It's the championship game. We at the home stretch. That's what it's all about.
I'm going to ask you the same question. There's one person standing between you, $250,000, and the title of OBL's first champion. What is the game plan?
Continue to be me, continue to chop wood, trust the process, be aggressive, and finish strong.
All right, good luck, guys, and may the best player win.
Let's go. Let's get that energy up.
I love that. I love that. Casey has set the scene. There is one person between you and $250,000. 9 points, 10 minutes. Let's get it.
Here we go. The buzzer just sounded. We about to check ball. Of course, the higher seed will get the basketball first. So that's going to be our guy, JJ John Jordan, who's making his way back to the top of the key. All reps are there. And it's that go time.
I hope y'all are all at home saying, OBL. It is in my head.
It got a little catch to it for real. The DJ, he been rocking all night too. Before the game, he got me in my bag. He was playing some of the throwbacks. DMV, if you're still listening, I'm not quite sure because our guy, Uncle Scoob, got knocked out, but he played the butt. That had me going off in here. Y'all don't know nothing about that EU.
What I love about this matchup right here, look at them. They're all putting it in.
Yep.
They're all getting it. They know that this is, you know, a competition, but we're all friends. We're all here for the same reason. I love that these two guys are the two that have made it to the final right now because two just amazing human beings off the court.
Yes,
I'm so excited for this. The refs are in it. These guys are in it. Let's go.
And I gotta say, shout out to the refs because all three of them have been a part of every single game today. So the refs haven't gotten no break either, but it's okay because we here. JJ with the ball.
JJ up top, tries to put it up. A little block by Beeman. Gets by Beeman. Up and under. That one is good for the first bucket.
And that's what happened in the semifinal for JJ. Uncle Scoob got into foul trouble. He continued to attack, and that's what he's going to continue to do against George Beeman. But George Beeman, he's not a three-point shooter. But in the championship game, oh, that's what I'm gonna be today.
I mean, you cannot be a long shooter, but if it's open, he's gonna take that, and he takes the lead 2-1. JJ looking to attack Beeman, gets to the right-hand side, loses his grip, puts it up with a fadeaway turnaround. It is good. These two are on fire.
Man, that is a tough shot, and that's what the championship game is all about, right? The best of the best. Two people standing in this one, and they some buckets.
Beeman trying to bully his way down there. JJ really standing his ground. Beeman steps back, puts up the long two. That one's no good. JJ chases that one down. He's looking to see if he has any space to pull it real quick, but waits for the defender to get set, pulls it up at the corner. The elbow jumper, no good. Beeman with the board.
JJ, he typically gets that friendly roll right, but not that time.
Beeman looking to break it down. Another long two. That one just cannot connect. JJ brings it out to the corner.
That's a good look by Beeman. You have the space, but I'd rather see him attack the rack. You're the bigger opponent here.
There we go. A good foul by Beeman there because you don't want to give JJ the wide open bucket. It is his second foul, so something to keep in mind is JJ is a phenomenal foul shooter.
Yes, that, and he does a great job of knowing how to draw fouls. I think that's the art, the way you have to put your body into people. Of course, on that one, George Beeman just wraps him up because he's so fast. I'm not going to just allow him to blow by me. So therefore, the opponent has to foul him.
JJ's really liked that elbow jumper there. That one just a little bit too short. Again, we're under 8 minutes now in this game. He's coming off of a game like 10 minutes ago. Those legs are starting to burn a little bit.
Yeah, the turnaround has been crazy here, but again, it makes it more competitive because both guys are tired. George Beeman with the answer right away takes the 1-point lead.
This has been incredible offense so far. We've seen some defensive games on the way to get here in those semifinals, but this is all about who can put the ball in the hoop. JJ looking to break down the defender, turns the corner, goes up. That one cannot fall. He falls all the way on the baseline. He's got Paul Pierce and Mike the ref helping him up, but that's going to be another foul on Beeman. That's his third.
So that's something to really watch out for. 7 minutes left on the clock, 3 fouls. John Jordan is going to continue to attack that basket, so, and I would say rightfully so. If you're going to continue to foul me and I get a chance to win this game from the stripe, but look at the throwing shot again, $250K on the line. I'm going to do it by all means.
JJ, he was just asking the refs how many fouls he's got. He knows. He wants to be aware for when he's attacking and when he's going, because he wants that foul call right there that he tries to emphasize. That one's not going to get called. It's out of bounds. Though they're going to say that it was tipped. They're going to say it was tipped, so he's gonna get the ball back, it looks like. The refs are going to get together. You don't want to guess on a game like this. This is a lot on the line to make a guess call, so they're going to see if it was either tipped, and it'll stay with 2 seconds on the shot clock, or they're going to move it back. They're going to put 6 seconds on the shot clock. It's going to stay with John Jordan up top.
Well, 6 seconds is a lot of time for JJ to operate. We already know how shifty he is and fast. I think he's going to be able to get a bucket off in this time.
Just over 6 minutes to go. JJ turns the corner on the left-hand side, puts it in, and the foul. That is a huge possession for John Jordan.
It is, because not only does he get that and one bucket, but George Beeman picks up his 4th foul.
Beeman. He's looking to see if JJ makes the move.
I keep saying it. George Beeman is not known for that 2-point shot. He's really good at attacking the basket, but in the championship game,
look, he took a jab step. JJ didn't move. He took another jab step. JJ didn't move. He said, okay, let's go.
He's staying in his pocket. You're going to dare me to shoot this too? I'm going to shoot it. On the other hand, a foul is called. So now,
JJ's going to go to the line, and this is exactly, if you are John Jordan, this is what you want. You're going to head to the line. He shot 100% from the line in the last game.
And I want to say, out of his 9 points, 5 or 6 of them was probably free throw.
Yeah, I was going to say around 5 as well. He sinks it again. That's his bread and butter right there.
Yeah, I'm honestly, and I mean, he sealed the deal at the free throw line in the last game. He had to hit 2 in the double bonus, which makes this league so unique once again. But now on the foul, on the floor, of course, JJ gives that one up.
Yeah, Beeman is so long. He takes the long steps. He has the long reach, a big wingspan, and he used it on that one. JJ was just there to kind of take that away defensively. JJ completely on top of him there. That's his second foul. He's not letting Beeman get anything easy on this, nothing.
Nah, he said, we about to play football in this possession real quick. I'm gonna have to tackle you.
It's gonna be George G. Beeman ball up top. JJ, he's got 2 fouls. 4 minutes on the clock. It's a reset shot clock. George Beeman has all the time in the world. He's backing down the smaller JJ, turns around, puts it off the glass. That is JJ's 3rd foul. Beeman takes the lead 1 step further. It is 6-4.
Wow.
The pressure is on JJ now.
It is.
To get within reach. The pull through once again, that is his thing. Swipes the defender's arm. If I'm the defender, I know this.
Exactly, and at this point, he's like, I'm going to live at the free throw line. I don't really have to work for anything. The free throw line is where I'm trying to win this money at. And he's still perfect. Goes into the championship game. I'm gonna just call it safe and say that he's 7 for 7 right now.
If not more, yeah. He's laughing right now. He got Beeman. Look at this. He's so physical even there. He gets the N1, so he gets that bucket, but it's still a foul for him. He's got 3.5 minutes left to go. He's gonna get to the foul line again.
Absolutely, but George Beeman, where he is doing his thing is he's showing off his bag. George Beeman can shoot the 3 right now. Boom, look at that shot. That's not typically what he does, but today I'm doing that. And then a little bit of bully ball, little fella. You can't guard me down here.
Not little fella. There's George Beeman
Oh, he gonna get on me if he hear that later.
Getting some coaching right now, getting a couple electrolytes back in him. There's a lot going on right now.
It is.
Because it's a mental game too, Ty. When you have this much on the line, it's not just about being tired and being physical. There's a lot of mental.
I would say it's about 90% mental right now. All eyes are on you at this point. Everyone's standing around the court. You have to stay locked in because you know what's on the line, that $250K. So I would say 90% of this is mental, and you gotta be focused, you gotta be locked in.
Beeman ball up top of 10 seconds on the shot clock. He went for the pump fake, pulled it back. Couple crossovers, the spin move down the middle. That one just short, and that's gonna be a shot clock violation. JJ ball up top.
I would say perfect idea by George Beeman, right? But I think a little too much on the spin. You're bigger than JJ. Make him foul you.
JJ staring him down. He's doing a lot right now. He's trying to get the advantage somehow. Goes up, off the glass, no good. George Beeman pleading his case, saying JJ pulled his jersey there, but hey, John's gonna go to the line, and like we said, he has been perfect from the line today, and it's not 1 of 1. It's a lot of a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, this is where he has lived in the past 2 games, the free throw line. And he's made his opponents pay. Obviously right now, George Beeman cannot keep up with him. I'm even thinking, do I give JJ a little bit of space at this point? Because you're not beating me by the 3, you're trying to go by me. Maybe I give you that extra step to where you now have to shoot the 3 or shoot that baby jump shot.
It is all tied up, 6-6. It may as well be nothing to nothing. 2 minutes left to go. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Beeman loses the dribble. Oh, a quick spin around. Through the key on the left-hand side, puts it up. They're going to call a foul on JJ there. That was close to being a shot clock violation.
Yeah, everybody is like, well, what, refs? I'm confused. They're saying that's shot clock. We got a guy over here patting his head, meaning shot clock violation. But now that's JJ's force. So does that work in Beeman's favor? I would say yes. Oh, come on, ref.
No, JJ did. JJ put his hand up before he even passed the ball to Beeman. I will give him that.
Okay.
He had his hand up that there was a sweat mark here before he even passed the ball to Beeman.
Safety first. I got it. I'm
well,
like, come on now.
especially in a one-on-one game where you are going all over the court and it is so intense. You talk about fouls, like you can take a hard foul in this league.
Yep.
And so you don't want any water anywhere on this court because these guys are sweating too. I can see the drip even on the screen.
Oh, I can too. It's nasty if you ask me. But
Beeman
they're playing hard.
drives. He loses it. The crowd is looking for a travel there. Almost looked like he lost his balance, but it is going to be a foul call. Beeman's going to go to the line for the first time this game.
Now, Beeman has actually been quite the opposite of JJ when it comes to free throw shooting. Hasn't been too great at it, so we'll see right now where he can take the lead, what it looks like.
Beeman hits it. That is not his bread and butter, but he converts on this one, takes the lead 7-6. That puts him in position to ice it out with a two-pointer.
But just like we expected, though, this game coming down to the wire, 52 seconds left. You have to foul the great free throw shooter again, though. But that's fine, because if JJ has to go to the free throw line, it's my ball. I can either win it by a 2, or I can get the 1 and just, have game point. But I think this does actually work fine in George Beeman's case because he gets the ball back regardless. He didn't give up a points per set.
You're right. And he sinks it. So now they've both got 7. They are both one basket away, one two-pointer away from winning this game. They are 2 points away from $250,000. George Beeman gets inside, puts it up. What a bucket for George G. Beeman, and JJ's gonna take the timeout.
We have had a more perfect championship game. 38 seconds left on the clock. George Beeman holds the 8-7 1-point lead. This is what we wanted. This is what the crowd wanted. It's truly coming down to the wire.
I think that says a lot about who made it to the championship game too. It is truly the two best players out here battling it out, and neither of them have given anything up. George Beeman is playing his game. JJ is playing his game, and they are going back and forth. Oh, 38 seconds. It is a 1-point game.
Yep, it's going to be George Beeman's ball, but regardless, he has 7, he hits a 2, it's over with. He hits a 1, they're both going to be at game point.
I think it's JJ's ball.
It is JJ's ball out of this timeout. He was the one who called the timeout to regroup. We've seen the type of success that he's had off of timeouts. So right now, it's time for him to operate.
Yeah, I picture him going to the basket right now. He always has that burst of energy after getting a second to catch his breath. He pulls up for the long 2. That one's no good. Chases down the rebound. Ooh, that's going to be an out-of-bounds call. George Beeman has possession right now. These guys are both out of bounds, just making sure they're both okay.
Yeah, I hope that they're okay. That was hard balls. 2 guys hustling, leaving it all on the line. These are the difference makers. Look at this. JJ, yes, he does push them in the back. They fall over top of each other into the equipment a little bit, but you still got to play on. And that's what it looks like when 250K is on the line. Guys are going to give it their all. They're going to dive. But now, George Beeman can't hit it with just win with 1 free throw. He has to step up and make 2. Oh, I'm a little confused.
There was a foul there. Oh no, it's just going to be an out of bounds on JJ. Out of bounds on JJ.
No foul.
JJ's getting in on the referee huddle.
I personally thought a foul was being called in that situation, but I guess it was just an out-of-bounds call, so I'm super curious as to what's going on. Okay, so no foul. Beeman's going to get the ball up top after Mr. Referee tie his shoe over there.
All right, 27.4 seconds. It's George Beeman. Game point. Everything on the line. for JJ on the defensive end.
It's over. Oh.
Just misses the turnaround jumper.
Wow.
13 seconds. There's a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. JJ's got to do something here. He gets the foul call. He could keep his life alive by sinking this foul shot to tie the game up at 8 apiece. It all comes down to what he can do from the free throw line right now. 7.8 seconds left to go in this game. If he misses it, that's a huge, huge turn for George Beeman.
Well, I don't see JJ stepping up to this free throw line right here and missing. He's been clutch all evening, and he misses. Oh my goodness, everybody is stunned right now. And George Beeman, he's gonna call a timeout. It's gonna be George's basketball with 7.8 seconds left. He's dapping people up. He feels like it's in his hands. Out of this timeout, if you're George Beeman, do you foul or do you play straight up? I think personally, I would play the foul game.
He has the offense. It's his ball.
Yeah. Oh, JJ, out of this timeout, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting all discombobulated. Do you foul or play straight up? I'm going to foul George Beeman, make him go to the line. He has game point, but in order to win, George Beeman has to make 2 free throws. So that's what I'm thinking about with JJ. And as soon as I get in, I'm going to give that foul up, and you're going to have to earn it from the free throw line.
Well, you said this earlier, Ty. Although George Beeman is 100%, he's 1 for 1 in this game right here.
Yes.
He has not been a solid free throw shooter in this tournament.
Nope, he has not. So that's the gamble that I would take with him. I don't want you going to the basket. Shot clock is turned off as well, so you don't want him just dribbling it out. You have to foul.
7.8 seconds on the clock. George Beeman leads the way 8-7 over John Jordan. Trying to avoid that at only 0.6 seconds off the clock. He puts George at the line. In order to win $250,000, George Beeman needs to make 2 consecutive free throws.
I'm gonna be quiet on this one because wow, this is, okay, he makes the first. 1 more.
1 foul shot away from George Beeman and $250,000. JJ, all he can do at this point is watch.
JJ, he's walking around, he's turning away because he knows. Oh! JJ is still alive.
The game is not over.
And that is why T-Mac made these rules, because you know how important that free throw shooting
7 seconds. It's in. JJ's got to do something. He's got 2 seconds. He puts it up. There's a foul call. JJ is going to go to the line to tie it up. Ty Carter.
We could be seeing overtime right here. All JJ has to do is make 1 free throw right here. 0.8 seconds left on the clock when George Beeman retains that possession. If JJ makes this free throw, I don't think that's going to be enough time for George Beeman to get a shot off.
0.8 seconds. JJ sinks the foul shot to keep his life alive in this game. 0.8 seconds. George Beeman. Can he do it? Does it go in? Oh! He puts up the long 2. It is so close. Everyone is on their feet in Dollar Loan Arena. We are going into overtime of this championship game.
And we already know what overtime is. It is the first to 2 points.
There we go. In the event of a tie, at the end of the 10-minute period, the players will play an overtime round. The first player to score 2 points will be named not only the winner of this game, the winner of OBL Women's Basketball League.
This is so crazy.
And that could be 1 shot. That could be 1 shot.
It could be a 2-pointer, but think about it. This is so crazy. Who would have thought the inaugural season of the OBL championship game goes to overtime? And it came down to what? Free throw shooting. So I'm super excited for this overtime. T-Mac is over there. He's talking to his guys. He's super excited. He put this in place for the rules to be set up just this way. Overtime, here we come at Dollar Loan Center.
You can feel the energy in the gym right now. Each player will have an opportunity for 1 timeout.
so just ignore the clock.
The score will be 0-0. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Nothing changes here. The first player to 2 points will take home, say it with me, $250,000.
Oh my goodness. So let's look at those overtime rules. Once again, KJ, the possession goes to the player who did not start with the ball.
That will be George Beeman. George Beeman will have the first chance on the offense, and we have seen how hot he has been from that 2-point line. He could have one quick shot right at the start of the time, and it could be done.
I don't foresee it being that way. I think that George Beeman is actually going to try to attack and go to the combo, but we'll sort of see. They're sorting things out right now. Refs are telling the rules of overtime to the 2 players who are on the floor. I just saw the ref point to George Beeman and said that he will get the ball first because he wasn't the one who started with the possession at the tip.
This is what it's all about. This is what everything has come down to, and I don't think Tracy McGrady could have written the story any better than this championship game on the inaugural season. To go into overtime between 2 of these guys who one came out successful in Houston, one came out successful in LA. Now they're battling together, and they couldn't decide it in regulation.
Nope, it's going to take some overtime action right here. This is something that, like I said, I didn't really expect it to go into overtime. This is the perfect written storybook ending, I would say. But who's going to tough it out? Who do you have as your favorite to get this dub into overtime?
You're gonna make me pick, huh?
I mean, we got to. We've been doing it this whole time.
I'm gonna go with JJ.
All right, you're gonna go with JJ. I'm gonna take George Beeman for the win. 31 years old, from New York. We've seen both of them have had a journey to get here. Both guys' lives could be changed by this $250K. They got big plans of what they want to do with this money.
They got big plans. Both these guys have played professional ball, both of them in their 30s, and both of them 2 points away from $250,000 in their pocket and crowned the ruler of the court.
Look at everybody. Everybody is on their feet.
I'm on my feet.
There's nobody sitting down in here. George Beeman has the ball overtime. We here.
8 seconds. He puts up the long 2. That could have done it. A big rebound for JJ. 9 minutes, 45 seconds, but that time does not matter right now. It comes down to the first player who can get 2 points. JJ. Between the legs. Goes up for the 2. Goes up. That one is so close. It does not fall. George Beeman at 45. He puts up the 2. They are both going for one shot, take all. One shot, take all. There's going to be a foul called there on John Jordan.
Man. That's so crazy the way that they were able to. The shorter JJ gets the block on George Beeman, huh? You the little fella now?
We talked about how intense it got when we got to the final, but now it's overtime. You can feel it. There is not one person on this court who is not on their feet.
Man, it's super intense right now. We see that the first timeout is used in this overtime. I think they're both just taking a breather, need to regroup, reset. A lot of emotions. Again, I talk about at this point in time, the game is about 90% mental. It doesn't have too much to do with that physical aspect anymore, but everything to do with how locked in you have to be in order to be the first person to 2 points in this overtime period.
Ty, do you like the strategy both these guys have taken, that they want one and done? They don't want to go a bucket and a bucket. They just want the 2-pointer.
I think I like it because it's more so that entertainment piece that the crowd can feed into. Somebody hits a tough 2-pointer and they end it, they're going to wave you off like the Dame Lillard, bye-bye, baby, it's time to go home. So let's see if that strategy is going to continue to be what they uphold.
JJ ball up top, 8 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, gets right past on the right-hand lane, cannot connect, and that's the second foul there on Beeman. Oh my goodness.
It's a little tougher, right, when all you have to do is score 2 points and you foul. In this instance, no, he didn't give up a bucket, but JJ has another opportunity to potentially hit a 2, so he gets the ball back.
JJ, A little hezzy up top, gets back. He loves that elbow there. Great defense there by Beeman. Almost off his foot there. Puts up the long two. He's open, but it's short.
And I'm shaking my head at George Beeman, because why? You don't have to take that shot. You don't have to be in a rush. He shot that from the Dollar Loan Center logo. You can scoot in a little more if that's how you want to end it off.
John Jordan goes to the right. He loves that right block, pulls it back out in the corner, puts up the long two. That one's just long, right as the buzzer goes. That's gonna be a shot clock violation. Take a quick breather, it'll be Beeman ball up top.
And he had to shoot that one specifically because that shot clock was winding down, but now I think the guys need to rethink the strategy a little bit, because neither one of them are connecting from deep, but I don't know. This is a tough one.
Beeman, ball up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drives right, pulls it back through his legs, spots up for the long two. Once again, off the rim. JJ gets the ball in the corner. He drives baseline, puts it up, off the glass. We almost had our first bucket there. Beeman with the board, clears it. He's gonna drive right back at JJ. JJ playing great defense right now. They're diving for the floor, and it's JJ possession. JJ's got the ball.
Think about it right now, KJ. These guys have been playing. They played 10 minutes. Now they've played about another 4.5 minutes, 14 minutes of straight basketball, and both of them, they're just sitting there like, I need to catch my breath.
You can see it.
Like,
you can
it's a
see
lot.
it. Look at the intensity that you see right here. JJ knocks it out. Beeman thinks he's going for it. JJ takes the dive. Beeman dives too. They are leaving it all on the court right now.
As the saying goes, it's all heart, all hustle, and all love. But now they're trying to figure out whose basketball it is. I personally believe that JJ undercutted Beeman as they were both running for that basketball. To me, from my two eyes, I'm over here, I'm not wearing the stripes, but I think it should be George Beeman's basketball. And it will be George Beeman's ball.
George Beeman, a fresh 12 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to drive left. He pulls it back, the spin around. We got our first bucket.
And finally, somebody gets on the board right here. It's intense though, because what? You still have to play defense. You have to play straight up. You have to protect that 2-point line.
JJ's got to do something here. Oh, he looks to pull up a beautiful hesitation, and there's a foul on Beeman. That's his third of this overtime. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a double OT. Time is still ticking.
5.5 minutes left to go. It's JJ up top. He's still scoreless in this overtime. Looking for the offensive rebound. Puts it up. That one's no good, but another foul by Beeman. That's the fourth.
Great foul by Beeman, though, right there. JJ doesn't have that chance to get a putback and get himself on the board. We have to check ball back up top. The only rough thing about that foul is so much time came off the clock, and now Beeman has to play defense for another, 12 seconds? So that can be a blow to you. But right now, since there's a little perspiration still on the floor, they get a little bit of a break.
Let's go overtime rules. Let's get this going. The next foul will put JJ at the line. But for now, he has another opportunity to put a point on the board. He pulls it back. Drives to the right, swings it back to the left.
Great defense.
He loses the ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. That is a shot clock violation.
Wow, you love the hustle by George Beeman. So the most important thing about that possession, right? JJ was kind of playing with that dribble out there. He wasn't able to get anywhere. He went far side to the right the whole entire time. George Beeman, got to give him the praise for pushing him that way, because JJ had no room to operate. And now we're going to see another timeout on the floor. Both guys super tired. But when we come out of this timeout, it'll be George Beeman's ball up top.
Yeah, let's set the scene again. I know you're watching basketball players, but these are two men that have grinded their way here. John Jordan, 30 years old, from Houston, Texas. has played overseas, played college at Texas A&M, and then you got George Beeman right here. You're seeing him, 31 years old from New York. He's got that New York swag to him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He walks out there super confident. He's in tune. He loves the game of basketball. New York is the Mecca. It has some of the greatest hoopers in the entire universe.
Paul Pierce, Tracy McGrady, both up on their feet here at the OBL Championship. This is overtime. The score is 1-0. George Beeman leads the way. It is the first guy to 2. First guy to 2 is bringing home the cash.
And something to think about and put into perspective, these are both East Coast guys. It's about 3 a.m. back home and they're playing basketball right now.
George Beeman. He's looking to see what JJ's gonna do. Puts it up, no good. That could have sunk it. JJ's gotta put something on the board.
Oh, it's over. The first ever OBL champion. JJ, he wins it the hard way. His family, his friends, they run over to him.
John Jordan, 30 years old from Houston, Texas. He came out first in Houston. He comes out first in Las Vegas. And with a absolute Hail Mary from the two-point line, he is taking home $250,000 from the Ones Basketball League 2022 champion, John Jordan.
And what a way to win it. You hit a and one long two-pointer in the inaugural season of the Ones Basketball League. KJ and I, we're standing up over here because we are in such awe. First of all, let us give a shout out to George Beeman, who really went out there in this championship game and gave it his all. Took it to overtime. But JJ, he's the champ. He's the ruler of the court.
And JJ, he's played all over the world. He loves this game. He was at every tournament along the way of this OBL league, scouting his opponents. And look how it turns out for him. He comes out on top. 32 guys entered. It is just John Jordan left standing.
And the road to get here wasn't easy, right? You have to go through 6 different cities, and the one who comes out on top is the John Jordan. And now we already know what he's gonna do with that $250K. He wants to make a jump in exercise, personal investment, an application that might be hitting an app store near you sometime soon. And he's about to walk and make his way towards the throne. We've seen the throne all weekend long, and now somebody that won somebody, John Jordan, will be sitting on top of it.
Shout out to Tracy McGrady. This is life-changing for this young man. John Jordan, the winner of the inaugural OBL, and Tracy McGrady made this happen. He is in disbelief. He is crying. His family is here, and he is walking up to hold the cash that will change his life, his family's life, his community's life.
That is the toughest way to win it, though.
But would JJ do it any different? The guy who can get a foul off of anyone. Look at the respect between him and T-Mac. This is it. This is it.
And look at T-Mac right now and John Jordan embracing one another. And I just heard John Jordan, he said, "You don't even know, man, you changed my life."
Okay, well, I'm crying.
Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. I can't express how grateful I am for you guys' support for OBL. I'm looking at my vision right now. And this is how I saw it, with the energy, the support, people from everywhere coming to witness these guys, the 22 players that we have for this weekend. It was phenomenal. Thank you. OBL is not going anywhere. Thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Showtime, Playmaker, 20 grand, Slam. I mean, listen, man.
Make some noise for Tracy McGrady.
Listen, man. All right, listen. This is phenomenal. I've been wanting to say this since I first started this in Houston. John Jordan, you are the ruler of OBL. Take your throne.
Let's go. Let's go. John Jordan.
There we go. That is what it's all about. The journey to Las Vegas. The ruler of the court has been crowned. John Jordan is the ruler of the OBL. He owns this court. He's going home with $250,000. You could see the relief, the exhaustion, the excitement on his face as he sat on that throne.
Well, for a minute, after he initially won off of that amazing 2-point shot, overtime, 1-2, he gets that and one. He just laid there. He saw all his hard work and his dreams coming to fruition, and he deserves everything. Like T-Mac said, his first stop in Houston, he had been waiting to say, you are the ruler of the court. And John Jordan certainly did that, and he did it in a convincing fashion.
Yeah, it is so cool to see someone's dream come true. From the 32 that came out, a round of 16 to the quarterfinals. Take a look at John Jordan's route to get here. He was up against Dante Wright to begin with. Dominated that one. Then he took on Zach Rads. He took over that one, made his way to the semifinals against Uncle Scoob.
And let's talk about the semifinals. That one went all the way down to the wire as well, 9-8. And then come on, KJ, where did he end up?
He ended up in that championship game in overtime. First man to two, he chucks it up from the corner, gets the foul on top of making that bucket, and he's going home a different man than he did coming to Vegas.
This is that storybook ending in which we were talking about. And again, let's give our biggest shout out and props to Tracy McGrady for creating such an amazing league.
All right, what an incredible event. What an incredible winner. We're so happy for John Jordan. We appreciate everyone tuning into this live stream, being a part of OBL. We're all part of the OBL family now, so we thank you guys for being here. We thank Tracy McGrady for starting this, and congratulations again to John Jordan. Let's go. Let's recap the day. Oh my goodness.
It's the foundation of basketball. There's a lot of untapped talent out here. That's why I built this league. It's about opportunity.
May the best man win.
It's one-on-one, baby. In this journey to the championship, the #1 guy will get $10,000 for winning that region. The top 3 guys from each city is gonna get the invite to Vegas to win $250,000.
Welcome to the OBL. You better bring your A game.
I'm looking to create superstars. By the time we reach Vegas, I think everybody is gonna catch on.
You open that door, coming through. Bye-bye. Thank you, T-Max.
This is gonna be the hottest thing that you'll ever see.
I see y'all in Vegas.
Because we coming.